All right, there we go. So, for everyone tuning in, hi, welcome. This is Revenge of the Crit. As you can see, this is a Star Wars 5e D&D campaign that, using this module, Star Wars 5e. I'll just post it in the chat for those who wish to explore. Just a fun D&D conversion in like the Star Wars world. Like this campaign set within the Clone Wars as sort of a mix of canon legends, sort of my personal preferences of a potential world, and we're a little deep into we're like somewhat into this campaign, so I'll provide a background once everybody's introduced themselves. But I'm Kevin Couto. I'm the DM for the proceedings, and I'm in charge of this lovely bunch of players. And we're going to do, they'll all introduce themselves and their characters, and we'll go in the order of the actual display here on my end. So, Tati, if you can go first. And
okay. First up, great.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
Nah. Hey guys, it's happening. My name's Tatianna, and I play Deadeye, IG-702, an assassin droid. The first assassin droid in this campaign universe thingamajig.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, unless you want me to go into more
if
detail
there's
on that.
it's up to you if you think that's like, if it works well enough. But yeah, I think that like just about covers it. But so, Maya, if you would like to introduce yourself and your character, please.
Right. My name's Maya, and I am playing clone trooper hunter number 10, or THX, otherwise known as Thio, which is kind of like ATH10. And that's pretty much everything, I guess.
All right. Next on the list is Neoka.
Hi everybody, I'm Neoka. I play the character Aloe, who is a Jedi Padawan, trying to go out in the universe and do good deeds, but she's a little hyperactive and not a great Jedi, so she gets in hijinks with everybody.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. And next we have Max.
Hi, I'm Max. That's my name. One of my names.
One of my many names.
Very true. My character is Ceecee. He's a clone commander. He's like a stock clone commander, just a normal dude.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
All right.
That's it.
All right. Last but not least, Jinkles.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jinkles, and I play a Jedi Grey named Shir'iven. She is a Twi'lek, and she's had enough.
She's done.
Yeah.
I've had enough.
Tired.
Yeah, we've all had enough.
Tired mom.
Very much tired mom. But yeah, so those are all the characters, and without further ado, let's go right into it with a bit of a recap. So, last we left off.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, last we left off, our little band of adventurers here went, they had some escapades off on the planet of Trandosha, finding Deadeye's old band of bounty hunters that had that put a bounty on his head, and then stuff transpired. All of the bounty hunters from that former gang have been captured and placed in carbonite, barring one Rhodian friend, Jip, who Deadeye took a liking to. And right now they're on the planet of Nal Hutta, transferring the bounty hunters to the captured bounty hunters to Zero the Hutt, a famous crime lord within these like part of the region. And as stuff was transpiring, they were negotiating about having the Rhodian be free, or trying to avoid him getting killed, and Deadeye possibly working for the Hutts. And Deadeye didn't really like that, so he took out a grenade and just threatened Zero with his life and clapped it in his hands along with his own. And there was a shootout with some guarded droids. There was a shenanigan with Force pressing Jango Fett's thermal detonator within the same room. Oh, they're traveling with Jango Fett by the way. Very important to know. And, yeah. At this moment, the infighting sort of stopped. The droids have, like, put their blasters down, and they're sort of hung up at the wall with Thio, holding up at gunpoint along with Ceecee. And Aloe is just coming toward, from the main entrance, like, giving Django the suitcase full of 100,000 promised credits. And Shir'iven and Deadeye are right in front of Zero the Hutt, like, holding their thermal detonators. And we left off with Jango Fett just walking into the room. And if you could see the look underneath his helmet, he just looks visibly shocked. Like, you can see even, like, Aloe, who's probably the closest. You can see,
right
like,
behind him.
Right behind him. Like, he has, like, a twitch in his hand. And, like, you can see it just slowly going for his pistol as he turns over towards the clones and goes, let me just turn this down. It's like, lads, put down the blasters right now!
Oh.
Okay.
Right.
I
put down the
slowly.
blaster.
Right.
I very slowly put my blaster up.
Okay, can I roll for sleight of hand to quickly put my thing away, or does he already know that he sees me with the detonator?
If, like, roll sleight of hand, sure, why not?
Okay. Shit!
No! Okay, I'll say the second you try, like, putting away, like, after, like, he orders them to put down their blasters, like, thankfully, you didn't, like, have it so that the grenade would go off the second it left your hand. So just sort of, like, click, 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 clicks on the floor. And then, like, Django, like, looks at the detonator and looks back at you. And then, like, he's, like, has his hand out. Sort of like that Jurassic World scene where Chris Pratt's character's, like, sort of, like, has the three raptors. He has one hand out and one hand, like, just hovering over his pistol. Very much tense. And I'll say, who here speaks binary by any chance?
That's me.
That's me.
I think we all do.
I understand. Yeah, I understand it, but I can't speak it myself.
Okay. All right. So I'll say, yeah.
Actually, let me check my sheet. Do I know binary? I think I do. I think
Yeah.
it'd be kind of weird for a Jedi who works with astro droids not to know. Yeah, I know binary.
Okay. I'll
It's like,
say.
do I?
I'll say.
Do I speak droid?
What's binary again?
Yeah, binary is just like the language of the droids in this world. But
yeah.
yeah. So like the droids, like, even though like you guys put your blaster down, they're still like holding their like arms up in surrender. Their blasters are on the floor as well. But yeah, like one of them goes over, and I'll say only Ceecee and Deadeye can actually hear what they're saying. It's like one droid is like turning over towards the other and says, I'll actually just type it out in the Roll20, so
Because we're gods, isn't it?
pretty much. Right. Yes. Thanks for that. I needed that. So, but yeah, you guys.
I have a kazoo that I could break out at any time to do Star Wars music. It's fine.
Excellent.
Awesome. But yeah, like like everyone else just hears like.
Oh no.
Yeah, everyone else like hears this little, and then the other droid next to him like just goes like, Roger, Roger. But
Oh no.
yeah,
What
Deadeye.
droids are these again?
These are commando droids. You have them like up against the wall. They're like their blasters are down, but you see they still have vibro swords at their side. But yes, that's what you hear. And as like they're conversing and you catch that Deadeye, Jango Fett's like slowly marching his way over and just being like, Deadeye, we can go. Let's try to be calm about this. Put away the detonator. And then Zero the Hutt's like still clasped onto it. This like large slug-like creature smug. He has like basically a giant purple slug with just yellow tattoo markings like across like his face and going down his arm. Like he's clasped onto this detonator for dear life, and just be like, "Yes, Deadeye, putting away the detonator will be most advisable, please." Just like on the brink of tears and just seemingly very very panicked. What do you do?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Deadeye's not phased in the slightest. He sees Django and hears him. Looks back at Zero.
Just nervous. Zero's just nervously laughing.
I'll speak up. I'll go. Deadeye, come on, mate. Put it away.
I turn my optics over to her and then back at Zero.
All right.
And I'm like, the moment you try something funny, you will regret it immediately. Understand?
Of course. Just take your credits in the rolling, and I don't care. Just get out of here.
Oh my God.
I slowly, very slowly, while keeping my optics still on him, I pull back the detonator.
Visibly stressed.
Still holding on to it, but I'm like lowering my arm.
All right, so you're like getting his grip off of it as well, so he's
Yeah.
okay. But then you just like see him like he's on this like little crawling type of fixture, and he's just like he backs up, is just visibly like he's just like sweating buckets, even more so than like normally, and he's just whew. All right, Django, I didn't know you ran yourself amongst a company of such ruffians. It's like, I'm very sorry for the proceedings. Just, all right, when we get out of here, you'll tell. All right, someone just inform me what exactly happened here.
It was a misunderstanding.
What kind of misunderstanding leads to a firefight and a frickin' thermal detonator as a threat?
No.
If I knew, it probably wouldn't have happened.
Please, okay. I'm gonna try something ballsy. I'm begging roll 20 to please fucking work with me.
Okay.
Please work. Please work.
It's not gonna work.
Please let my proficiency help me.
All right, what are you trying to do?
The dice roll true.
I'm going to try and persuade Django.
They started it.
To be honest, we were put in danger the moment you left. Since they didn't you weren't monitoring everything, they decided to take advantage of it. It's a 14. Or is it?
Okay. Alo's gonna back her up, actually.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So will I. So will I.
Okay.
Can I roll for advantage?
Okay. I'll say, what does Alo say to order to try to, like...
Sure. She'd say, your thermal detonator went off by accident, and when you left, they thought that the deal was compromised, and they started it.
Exactly.
I feel like Zero is gonna dispute this.
Zero's gonna be like, what? No. Yes.
Yes,
Everyone glares at him.
I'll say, yeah, like Django just looks back at Alo and then Zero, and then just like everyone, just like he does not know who to believe in.
I will nod and I will say, everything they said is true.
Jesus Christ.
Do I get to roll again for advantage?
I'll say, yeah, why not?
It's still 14, damn.
Okay.
14,
yeah,
14.
But yeah, just...
Should Alo also roll for deception?
I'll say...
Well, she's lying. She's just straight up lying.
Oh, yeah, I'd say, yeah, Jinkles, you can roll deception instead of persuasion.
Still have proficiency in that. Let's go, boy.
13. Let's go.
Right. Middle ground. We got
All
it.
right.
All right.
There you go.
Jesus, thank you.
Just be like, okay, yeah. Yeah, Deadeye just
Ella
like
wouldn't lie, would she?
I don't know. The
I
25,
mean,
the
yeah.
25 says a lot, but yeah,
Ella wouldn't lie.
but yeah,
Ella would do anything for her friends.
Would I lie?
but yeah, Django like sort of like looks to you, Shir'iven, after you make your statement, and he goes, "We're gonna have some words back on the ship because of that. Because I know you want to learn this." And like just points off the thermal detonator left on the floor, right that you dropped.
It was an accident. He started
just
it.
Just like the accident on your belt, Django.
Oh,
Christ.
yeah.
I go to pick it up and I just slip it back in my pocket.
Mm-hmm. All right, but yeah, and Django like turns back to and I'll be like, "You're right. I don't know what happened with him. My thermal detonators never really malfunction. It's sort of a bit of a one in extremely rare occurrence. Normally that doesn't happen, but I don't know. Guess
First thing, time for everything.
You're right about that.
Smile.
But yes, Zero, if you don't mind, we could we'll just be taking the credits off your hands, and sorry much for the disturbance or intruding and all. We'll just be on our way, and then Zero, like he's like jaw dropped. He's just like his eyes are just like his mind is blown pretty much. Like everyone can visibly tell. Is like, and he looks over to Deadeye, and then back to Django, being like, "Oh, and please take the credits and the roadie." And we had a discussion after the little squirrel, and we determined that the roading is no longer necessary. So please just feel free to take him off our hands. The rest of the credits are yours. Just please, just don't...
Aw, Zero's so nice.
Yes, nicest hut you'll ever meet. Just like
No.
like side-eyeing Deadeye from where he is.
I'm just staring back at him.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Zero. I mean, Zero.
Of course, little one. Just be on your way. We'll wish you safe travels. And then-
Come on, everyone. Job well done.
I will accept whatever credits are close enough for me to take.
Oh yeah, Aloe is like holding like the suitcase with like pretty much like just 100.
Wonderful.
Yeah, with all the credits, and I'm assuming you're still like holding them to give to Django, Aloe.
Yeah.
All right, and he will accept and be just sort of look at all the damage. He'll be like, if it means anything, and like he sort of like fetches within the suitcase, and he sort of like pulls out. Yeah, he'll pull out 1,000 credits and just sort of toss it over to Zero. Payment for the damages. I honestly don't know the events of what happened here, but I'm just going to assume it's either one I'm probably at fault for good reason, so just something to at least keep freshen up the place. And then he'll, like, one of the droids will sort of just look at the clones and Deadeye, and if they're not gonna do anything, he's going to march over and take the credits left on the floor. Oh, Django, you always are a man of courtesy. I do very much appreciate that. All right, we'll be out of your hair. Come on, lot, let's go. And you will start marching out the door.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, as we start marching, I stop and my optics turn to Zero, making sure he stays put. And then I continue to walk behind the others, keeping an eye on them.
Okay, like I'll say, like you're walking forward, and like as you're walking away, like your eyes, like your optics just revere on him, and like if they could squint, I mean, I'm gonna say like yeah, like
visor, visors probably.
Yeah, like
yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, so Deadeye has a squint function, so that's I'll say like, are you trying to like?
Yeah, Deadeye.
I'll allow it.
Oh, sorry. Go. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, as soon as Django said, we'll get out of your hair.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, yeah. So are you trying to intimidate him, like as you're walking out, Tati?
Yeah.
All right. I'll say roll intimidation, just in case.
Okay. It's a shame that's not my highest, but
9. All right, fair enough. But yeah,
okay.
He at least like acknowledges it, and as you're sort of gathering your things and starting to walk out of his little enclosure, and yeah, and I'm guessing Thio and Ceecee will start to pick up their blasters off the ground and all that jazz.
Precisely.
Right.
I will pick up my really nice DC-17 rifle.
Nice.
Or is it 50? DC-15, my bad.
Yeah.
I'll get my stuff, and right after Django said, we'll get out of your hair, and as we start to walk out, I mutter to myself, he does not have any hair. and then walk out.
God damn it,
Do I hear this?
I mean, you guys are right next to each other, so yeah.
I chuckle.
Yeah, Ceecee, you'd hear me.
Yeah.
I chuckle.
Right. But yeah, you guys gather your things. The droids sort of like stay where they put, arms up, and you guys make your way out of Zero's little private quarters, and you're going back into the sort of the private, the private cantina portion of this little dive bar. And yeah, I'll see, like, the first thing you see, like, they heard pretty much, like, at least the blaster fires that went off in there, so you could see a lot of them, like, look visibly tense. You see, like, a Godel, which is, like, a half-goat, half-man type of person, just with, like, long, like, curved horns, just sort of, like, cross-armed, like, leaning towards the exit. And just on you guys, you see another Mandalorian, like, similar to Django's armor, but, like, it has, like, horns on it. It's got, like, a type of teal, white, and black type of theming going on. And yeah, for Deadeye, the same figure that said the figure within that long broomed cowboy hat, blue skin, and red eyes is still there, drinking his drink, and sort of like tips his hat to you as you are walking out.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I nod at him.
All right.
Oh,
I acknowledge him and keep talking. Question, Kev.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm assuming Jip is walking with us, right?
Yeah, like Jip is just sort of like I'll say right before you guys exited, like Django, like, sort of like he took out like his keys and like popped out the manacles on his arms and legs and be like, "All right, Rodian, you're free to go. It's whatever fate you decide to do. You want to tag along with us to sort of go on your merry way?
Kev?
Choice up to you."
Kevin.
What?
Kevin.
Kevin!
What?
Oh!
I'll sound like the mom from Home Alone.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh no, like, yeah, like he's saying that like this is like right before. I keep cutting
cut
out.
out, so you
Oh,
cut
okay.
out, so like.
Home Alone.
Oh no.
So what were you saying about Jip? I'm sorry.
All right, 1 second.
Oh,
He's back from the
All
dead.
right, I just had to
Guys,
like, yeah. Am I coming in better?
The Twitch
Yeah,
stream
yeah.
ended.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
I don't
Twitch
see the
needs to be-
Twitch stream anymore.
You don't?
Let
I do. If you maybe refresh the page.
Oh yeah.
it's still live
I
on
did.
my
Okay,
end.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Never mind. Ignore
Yeah, I
me.
think we're okay.
All right. But
No,
yeah.
okay.
But yeah, so like right before like you guys are walking out of like Zero space, like Django is sort of like he pulls out his keys and just sort of lets loose the manacles on his arms in the Rodian. Like Jip is still visibly terrified and just is like very much nervous, and he goes, "All right, so I'm gonna assume this is your first time being let loose out of a bounty, so I would advise you either go on your merry way, or you'll be tagging along with us. Choice is yours, but you're officially not my concern from this point onward. Deadeye, I believe the Rodian belongs to you now." What? Just like Jip is just... I'm my own man, Mr. Mandalorian. Just call me Django. Right, Mr. Django. I don't really know where to go from here. I don't exactly have a family or just much at all to go back to. So, is it all right if I at least hitch a ride back to Rhodia? At least I can try to set myself up back on home. It's like,
well, you've got a family in us until then.
well, I very much appreciate that, little one. But yes, I would very much I would very much prefer to get off at the cesspool as soon as possible. And then Jennifer goes, all right, so there you have it, Deadeye. Ship's all nice and free, so I think we can go about our way now.
Yes, I believe we shall.
All right. Back to you guys walking out of the cantina. You guys are seeing like all those like various bounty hunters. Like they're pretty much almost all the eyes are locked on you, on like your group pretty much. And I'll say,
why don't they just mind their own business?
I mean, like some of them are, but like a couple just like it's a very motley crew. You guys are just like two dudes in white armor, and another dude that's in a similar one but blue and green. Yeah, like it looks.
I'll turn to Max, or sorry, Ceecee, and I'll say, I have a bad feeling about this.
But yeah, so Deadeye, you may I ask if you're the last one walking out of like in like the marching order?
Yes, because I was like staring down 0.
Okay, but yeah, I'll say as everyone's walking out, like all the bounty hunters are just eyeing you as you leave. But right as Deadeye are about to leave, you feel like a hand on your shoulder, and you look back. It's the blue man with the red eyes and the hat. Just hi there. Just sort of like he has like a toothpick in his mouth.
Hello?
You're the famous Deadeye, is that right?
It is. What of it?
Name's Cad Bane. Sort of new to this whole bounty hunting line of work, and I must say I've heard of your exploits, and you're pretty good.
Appreciate the kind words, Mr. Bane.
Well, I've only been at this a few years myself, but I try to follow the code a little more than the other rougher bounty hunters in this side of the galaxy. So I appreciate knowing that they're more like me in the guild that prefer to capture, not kill, and follow that capture by that Jesus, how does the thing go? It's something like capture by design, kill by necessity. It's very admirable of you. If you are looking for work, and he like pulls out this little communicator, you can reach me on this holo device and these coordinates. If you're looking for work, I might be able to hook you up.
I look at the communicator and take it in my hands, and I say, I don't know a whole lot of bounty hunters who only capture as well. It's intriguing to see more of you.
Well,
I'll keep you in I'll consider keeping you in mind.
I hope so. And should we cross paths, I hope I don't catch you in my crosshairs.
He sort of like adjusts the toothpick in his mouth.
Agreed.
All right. And he sort of goes back to his little his little stool at the bar counter, just going back to his drink.
I just watch as he goes back to the counter, and then I just head back out towards the others.
All right. But yeah, you guys are sort of waiting outside. There's still like 3 speeder bikes here and a couple other. You see like some sort of transport creatures just sort of like walking around, like carrying cargo for certain shipments, and you still see, the various like droid snipers placed on top of the multiple buildings, and yeah, they don't seem like to be eyeing you guys, but at least you do notice them. And as you're sort of waiting outside, Deadeye marches off with comes out of the establishment with Jip in tow. So, what would you like to do?
How many folks are staring us down, or like?
I'll say there's probably about like 10 or so, like 10 or less like establishment, like people within like the within the bar that were eyeing you, like as you were like talking to Bane, and like as everyone else was walking out. But yeah, like I'll say you guys are outside of the cantina right now, and like you're sort of like up front where like there's like a hitch for speeder bikes, and you see like multiple like droid snipers placed on top of the buildings outside. So yeah.
Oh, so they're like the guns are like on us?
Oh no. Like just like you just see droid snipers stationed there, but like they're just sort of like they're not like ready for combat right now. They're more so just like sort of keeping watch on various points.
Okay, gotcha. I would say more quietly to Jip. I'd say, stay close to me.
I'll try my best. He's sort of just like he'll keep pace with you and just sort of stay right on your right, we'll say, for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I noticed that Deadeye kind of fell behind for a moment and seems intense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll give Deadeye a side eye. And kind of I'll just kind of do the kind of chin jolt in Deadeye's direction and say, "You okay?"
Fuck up.
Do you actually say that?
Me? No. I was saying what I thought she was gonna say.
It's just Max being Max, so.
Yeah. Of course, yeah. I face Thio and I'm like, everything is fine.
You sure about that?
It appears so at the moment.
If Deadeye says everything is fine, then everything is fine.
Adults are talking. One moment.
Sorry.
Oh, man.
Oh, I've never seen this from Thio.
Wow.
Oh, no, hold up. Thio immediately, like, realizes what she's doing is kind of doing the whole, like, echoing what she's heard, not who she is, sort of thing. And then she turns back to Aloe and she's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. That I don't know what came over me. Just
That's okay. Sorry. I get that a lot. So
I have a tendency to snap at people when I'm worried about them, I think.
You snapped?
Just now. Sure. You could call it that.
Alright.
But you can be a part of this conversation. It's not fair for me to exclude you.
Oh.
And Aloe would move over to Thio and just stand next to her and be like, okay, I'm part of this conversation now.
I just, I'm still looking at Thio when Aloe clings to her. I'm just like, if you were worried I was getting into trouble, you needn't.
Why don't you tell me if that changes, if things stop being okay?
My optics just kind of whirl as I take that in. And I'm like, we shall see.
All right. Is there anything anyone else doing? Shir'iven, you still got like, I'd say like, yeah, like while everyone's sort of waiting around for Deadeye to catch up, if there's anything you'd like to do in all this. Yeah, I'll say like there's like Jango Fett's like sort of leading this walk out of the cantina, so like I'd say you're trailing just behind him.
I'm gonna wait back primarily for Aloe and Thio. Is anyone like really staring at me?
I'll say, yeah, like you're getting like on the walk out, like yeah, like pretty much like the majority of the of the establishment inside were like eyeing like all of you group, like they like yeah, even with like a low passive perception.
I thought someone was like trying to size me up, so I was like, wait a minute.
Oh yeah, like pretty much yeah. As you're outside right now, no one seems to be taking notice of you.
Okay, I'm going to just pull up my the hood of my robe, and just cover up my tentacles.
All right.
Do I see that?
Yeah. Yeah. And are you?
Aloe sees Shir'iven do that, and she's like, "Oh, me too!" And she puts up her hood too.
I walk up to the stragglers. I'm like, we've had orders to move. What's the holdup?
And Aloe would be like, "Sorry, we're having a conversation. It's an adult conversation." So.
Oh my god.
Or out of character, Order 66 can't come sooner.
God, I fucking love Aloe.
Jesus Christ.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So yeah, Aloe just served up some sass.
It's an adult conversation. So.
Ooh, like.
So,
Deadeye doesn't even know how to react to that. She just kind of
optics swirl.
Optics swirl. Yeah, like if I was organic, my mouth would be hanging like the genie.
I kind of catch that, and I'm just gonna like try and hold back a snicker.
I'll say, Ceecee, you catch a bit of that snicker, like at the very least, like.
Do I get some damage from this?
Emotional damage, yes.
Hold on, let me
roll
just.
for emotional
some
damage.
burn damage.
I'll say, let me just make a quick roll here.
All right.
Ooh, 3 points of psychic damage as your pride is damaged.
Ow.
That's too funny.
But nah, you're
by the child.
Yeah, you're mostly fine.
Oh,
yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll say, as you guys are sort of like getting your wits about you and like trying to like pretty much just gather like everyone to like just sort of move out. Jango Fett like is sort of going up on a speaker and be like, "Boba, we got the credits and everything we need, so prepare the ship for evacuation." So you got it, Dad. And then yeah, he's just. You guys are sort of like you're still like pretty like far within like the town square and within the district, I guess is the right word for what's going on Nal Hutta. And yeah, do you guys follow along with Jango, or how are you going about this?
Well, yeah, I have to.
All right.
Kill Jango. No, I'm kidding.
Do it,
How dare you?
That's
someone else's job.
I will fall to the back of the group.
All right.
Clearly ashamed of myself for
okay, so you're
having a moment.
Yeah, so you're in the back with Jip and Deadeye. Is anyone else like going for like a certain marching order?
I'm like going close to Aloe, I guess, wherever she is.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm probably close to Shir'iven.
I'm gonna be as close behind Jango Fett as possible, but behind Shir'iven if she's like close to Jango.
I'm kind of
She's like in the back.
Alice, so I mean, so I feel like what it is, like, what it is that Shir'iven and Aloe are kind of like, they're behind Django, but like they're towards the
rear a bit more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Want us to temporarily just place our tokens on the map to
I can like set it up for
help out
with a name tag, so we'll have
Okay.
Let me figure this out. So
if it's helpful at all.
But yeah.
It sucks that I can't talk back to Aloe.
I mean, you could, but
yeah.
No,
do you want to hurt the child?
I'm conditioned not to.
You could. You'll hurt the child, and then Shir'iven will have to hurt you.
No.
Right. So.
Wait, if you're conditioned, then where did Thio learn to be an asshole?
Well, Thio is special.
Yeah.
I'm like a regular clone.
Okay.
All right. But
See,
yeah.
I have rank of asshole, and you have rank of regular.
and like
I am the head asshole.
Yeah.
after I just want to put in like after Aloe says that comment and Thio snickers, my optics whirl to Aloe and I'm like, impressive.
Nice. All right. And I'll say, as you guys are sort of making your way through the district of Nal Hutta, like heading over towards like out of the district and into the shipyard, you guys are seeing, like in episode 1, those giant droid ships that like brought in all like those transports and the tanks and stuff from. Yeah, you're seeing like one of those.
The ones that drop the ones that look like bugs.
Yeah, like you see one of those like flying towards like the end of the town, towards the end of the district, and like it opening up, and you're seeing about like probably about like 20 or so like B1 battle droids are sort of like marching out like in clusters of 10, just.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Yeah, this
is.
is.
No.
Yeah.
I forgot I should have mentioned something.
What's happening? What's happening right now?
Because I heard the thing speak in binary.
Yeah. But yeah, as you guys, and like as that's coming out, you're seeing another like, yeah, this is like, yeah, and you're seeing like right behind those droids, it's a fairly large like tank-looking type of vehicle. It's not like it's like the ones you saw like in Kashyyyk. They're like coming out of the water, and it's just like has like
the snail ones.
Yeah, the snail-looking ones, and that's sort of rolling out, just, and then a couple of more like, and outside of the B1s, you see like 2 or so droidicas sort of roll out, just.
Okay, now we're fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. They're not pointing off at you specifically. They're just so more like getting within like at attention pretty much. And it's like this like tank is rolling out. And from the side of like from the outside of like the tank, you see someone step out. And it's this rather, I'll say like hefty looking individual with like what's the race the new Gunray is? Any lore?
Nemoidian.
Nemoidian, yes. Like a larger Nemoidian with like a big old hat, and he's just like he's got big cheeks. He's just a big fellow in general, and he steps out. Yeah, he steps out and goes,
"Attention, bounty hunter scum! This is Admiral Lockdurd of the Separatist Alliance. We have just been informed that there is a Jedi present on this planet."
And you see like all like the droid snipers just sort of like look more like on high alert, and like all the bounty hunters are just sort of like you see chatter amongst each other, and like
oh no.
Yeah, and yeah, you guys, like he continues on like,
"As of this moment, until we receive an all clear, the planet of Nal Hutta is on a temporary lockdown until the Jedi is apprehended. If you find this Jedi, report back to me for a most handsome reward."
Guys, we can get a reward if we find a Jedi! I'm kidding, that's out of character. She did not say that.
Oh gosh.
Right.
Can I be like Tup, please, and just have have my chip like malfunction.
Oh God! Oh, come on!
Nah. Shooter, she deserves it.
Oh no!
I'll say, but yeah, like he continues on, like he's still got a little bit more.
Yeah. The shipyard will be in lockdown. No ships are to leave this system until the Jedi is either killed or brought before me alive. And if you bounty hunters can't find him or her, then my droids most certainly will.
And they sort of like cock their blasters, and they're starting going towards like all the groups of all of like the clusters of bounty hunters and other people, just sort of beginning their quote unquote investigation. So yeah, you guys are seeing all this happen. They're still like a little ways away from you, but yeah, you were just able to notice like the big ship coming through and like the tank rolling out, and the tank's staying right there, and the droidicas are as well. But yeah, you're just mostly seeing the B1s hanging, like moving around and like into the crowd as well. So what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna panic.
I'm immediately gonna look at Aloe and just say, "We're not gonna let anyone hurt you. Stay down. Stay quiet."
Yeah, Aloe's definitely like holding her hood, like, pay no attention to the totally overt Jedi and the Jedi robes.
I'm just like, this just got.
I love it how immediately everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Aloe." Everyone look at Aloe, and I'm like, "Yeah."
But yeah, you were saying Deadeye?
I was just saying, like, this just got a whole lot more complicated.
Oh no.
But yeah.
I think Aloe would like whisper over to Shir'iven, she's like, "Why would the Separatists want Jedis?"
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh no! Wait.
What?
What's wrong?
I think this is on me. I think this shit was on me. Wait.
I think it's on me actually.
I mean, it's on a lot of
No,
people.
because I said that Shiri had her lightsaber out.
Yeah.
Wait.
Well, you also said that you were hiding your face with your hood, so I assume you put it away.
No.
Wait, did you take your lightsaber out in the last encounter? I don't think you did.
I could have sworn that I did.
No, you just used the Force, so it's like only been.
Did I?
Yeah.
Are you positive?
I'm the DM. I'm being kind and saying I'm positive.
I'm like panicking.
You're okay. You're okay. You specifically said before the Separatists showed up that you were hiding, so it makes sense. That
you hid the lightsaber. Like you just like use like one like force damaging ability on a droid, but yeah, you didn't.
Shir'iven's still wearing those kind of like black and white robes, not necessarily super like Jedi looking when you immediately look at it. Right?
Yeah, it's the same outfit I had on in the reference photo.
Okay, so you can at least kind of look disguised. Now Aloe's the only one in the brown robe, right?
Yes.
Super Jedi.
Yeah, very traditional.
And
then
take your cloak off and bundle up and put it in your bag.
Right. And then I'll say Django like sees like after seeing this.
Off.
Yeah, Django Fett like sees all this and be like he like goes, "Right, shit. Well, it looks like we have to re-strategize. We're gonna need a distraction, but all right, we'll go off into this house. Aloe, desert your robes when you can." And then he like hops on him. Yeah, like as like he's like trying to like rush you guys over to like a nearby like shop for like sort of cover. He like goes up on his communicator, goes like, "Popo, change of plans. Like get ready. Don't put the ship for takeoff. Just wait for a signal and then come by and pick us up when you can." And then Boba goes like, "We already getting droids coming by our ship, Dad. I don't know how much I can keep them busy." He's like, "Oh, damn it!" And then he was like, "Just stand by. We'll keep you bit. We'll see what we can do." And then gets off and just sort of points off like another nearby little, just like a place to like keep you guys like some type of cover as. Yeah, and then
there is one problem with this. Mm-hmm. You take Aloe's Jedi robes off. She's wearing Jedi clothing underneath the robes.
All right.
Oh no.
Yeah. So unless you want her to get naked, which I don't think anyone wants to see.
Well, I'll say like
we gotta go shopping.
Yeah. So I'll say like he like Jingle like quickly looks around and he's like, "All right, just follow me. We'll go towards this." He points off towards like this like clothing store, the equivalent of like. I'll have to think of a name when we get towards it. But yeah, like he just sort of like marks off and be like, "Right, whatever credits you have to spend, just try to like buy something like that's as very little Jedi reminiscent as possible. Just please, we need like something just to get the droids off our tail." And yeah, he just points you off towards there. And like, you guys are like all, do you guys like follow him all to this place, or are you like, trying to spread out, or what are the rest of you doing?
I choose to stick next to Aloe.
Mm-hmm. I think we should stay together.
Okay.
I will stick with Aloe. I don't think
we should go our separate ways. We're weaker apart.
Yeah, I think we should stay together. This
the numbers
is tricky. Yeah.
Okay.
Can kind of walk around Aloe to kind of hide the fact she's wearing these robes as we walk into this store. I mean, if we're all standing kind of around her, then it just looks like a crowd.
Yeah, it just looks like, it's like a fairly decent sized crowd, like outside the district. So like the droids don't necessarily spot you all moving in at once. I'll say
feels like a VIP.
I'll say just for shits and gigs, everybody roll stealth. Just
good idea.
Yeah.
Aloe's not very stealthy, guys. She's kind of loud.
14.
All right. We'll take like an overall average. So let's see how everybody do.
I'm not doing great.
Yeah, I think we're just missing Deadeye for the roll.
Yeah, I'm just getting that right here.
19? Okay.
Oh, you brought up our average.
Yeah.
Nice.
Quick, man.
I'm high in stealth, so yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah. Let me just...
You'd think that the clanking of the metal would...
I'm an assassin droid. I'm trained for this shit.
It's true. It's very true.
Okay, I'll say... I'll say... Deadeye, you... Like, as, like, you're walking, like, towards, like, this store and, like, you're, like, basically like, taking the back, I'll say your optics do notice one of, like, the laser sights on you, but it doesn't seem to be, like, yeah, like, it's just sort of trained on you, but it's, or, yeah, with your perception, you can see that one of the snipers in the back is just sort of, like, has an eye on you specifically, or, like, your cluster.
That's pretty gross.
Like our general clusters in like our general area, or like
our group, your group, us being together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
All right.
But yeah, and as you guys are going inside, you like Jango Fett like just turns to a lot of you like, all right, Aloe, do you have any credits at all to buy some type of outfit?
Yeah, I have the credits that I was going to pay off Chip's bounty with.
And how much is that again?
600 credits?
Yeah, you can get something decent with that.
Do they take Republic credits here? Are these Republic credits? Question mark?
Yeah, they're totally Republic credits.
Yeah,
okay.
It's gonna cost me, but all right.
And then he stretches into...
I interject.
Huh?
I have 400 regular credits.
What are regular credits?
Yeah, they're just unmarked, pretty much. Like,
okay.
Not indicating of any allegiance, I guess.
I hold them out to be shown.
Well, if you're willing to part with them, then Aloe, you can go use that to. Might be best to go with the unmarked credits, just to be safe.
I hand the 400 to Aloe.
Aw, she'd accept it.
And yeah, as you're sort of...
Thank you.
Right. Now, before you head off, how are we exactly going to get off world here? We planned on lockdown until they found a Jedi, and looks like they're going to be going on a hard search. And if we try to leave the planet, we're going to get shot out of the sky by that dreadnought, so I'm open to suggestions as to how we get out of this one.
Perhaps we can, if they're looking for a Jedi, perhaps we can give them one.
Oh.
What exactly do you mean by that?
Yeah, Jango Fett like sort of like crosses his arms and he's like, I'm listening.
Ceecee's just like, thank God, get this child off our hands.
I feel like he's more so like, get this fucking Twi'lek off my hands.
Ceecee smiles under his helmet.
I face the rest of the group and I'm like, we obviously do not hand over Shir'iven or Aloe. Perhaps if we can find someone else, a decoy or a criminal, and say they're a Jedi.
I'll look over at the Rhodian.
Like, Chip just like his eyes pop like, wait, me? But you just risk your skins to save me and you'll want to turn me into the Separatists?
Not you, Chip. Calm down. I wasn't finished.
I was just staring at him because there was a bug, but it's fine.
You just like see Jip's like his little antennae just like sort of droop in his size, just don't scare me like that.
Myself. So sorry.
You're good.
We find a criminal and pose him as a Jedi. They find him. We leave. No risk of getting shot down. We're in the clear.
Yes, but what if there is the issue of them trying to make sure that it is the Jedi? What are we going to do from there? We can't just turn in a criminal without proof.
But they don't know if the Jedi is a girl or a boy, so how would they know?
They still need to know if it's a Jedi or not.
We need some sort of proof, like if there's a lightsaber or a spare one at least.
And an extra lightsaber that someone didn't, have on them for any reason whatsoever.
And put them on the decoy. Then they would have no choice but to believe.
Right. The Separatists aren't exactly the brightest bunch, and at least from what I've heard up on this general type, he's not exactly the most keen-eyed, so if it's in robes and has a lightsaber, it's probably a Jedi in his eyes.
Agreed.
So, who's going to be our decoy then?
My optics just kind of whirl as I get, or I guess blink, shine, whatever, as I get an idea.
Okay.
Twinkle.
It has to be Deadeye. He has to be the decoy.
Shut up, Ceecee.
All right.
It may be risky, but I think I know a potential candidate.
No.
I say this kind of like, if I had a mouth, I would like smirk. You could see I'd be grinning devilishly.
We're getting a lot of ideas from someone in the chat.
But I'll say, yeah, who like Jango Fett, like you could he motions his head, like if he wasn't wearing the helmet, you guys could clearly see like his eyebrows very much being raised, and just sort of like,
I'm curious to see who's this candidate you got in mind.
My worst enemy. Talk.
But we just handed him off to the Rhodians, to the huts. He's out of our hands now at this point.
A bounty hunter can have many enemies, can't they?
It's true. But I don't know if you know any more that lay around these parts that could be worth tossing over to the Separatists.
About your second worst enemy.
Shit.
I'm just like pondering in thought. Optics whirls, I think.
Can cause a distraction.
I have a question for the DM.
Yes.
Did I see Deadeye talking to Cad Bane?
I'll say no. Yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
Like yeah, Deadeye like hung back, and as yeah, so it was more of a private talk that they had. So yeah.
Deadeye, do you know anybody who could possibly help us? Any bounty hunter friends?
My optics just kind of stop whirling as I think on something else. I'm like,
Aloe is taking this whole situation extremely seriously. And she's just like, but what would I wear? Do you think a dress? I don't know. I don't think I'd look good in a dress.
I sigh a little. Look, if we can't think of anything, I might have an idea.
All right. For now, I'd say Thio, go with Aloe to try to find a less Jedi-looking outfit and just get us something, at least something to pass for the time being.
Okay, so I'll kind of steer Aloe away and get her over towards the shop.
Yeah, and like as like you guys are are walking off, he puts a hand on your shoulder and he goes,
"Whatever you do, the droids cannot find out that Aloe is the Jedi they're looking for."
I just nod and keep walking.
All right, you follow them, Aloe?
Yeah, I follow.
All right, and Django just turns back. All right, so Shir'iven, the Twi'lek, and Deadeye you guys have any ideas as to who might be our candidate? Or plan is to get out of here?
If mine is only an idea if Deadeye can't find the person that he's looking for. What I can say is that we get a rando of some sort, plant a lightsaber on him, give him some robes of some sort, and I fake giving him force powers in a way.
Huh.
Because...
So mean! Good thing Aloe isn't hearing this.
Are they in like an alleyway or like are they out of sight from anyone?
Yeah, like he led you off into like an alleyway next to the shop where Thio and Aloe are currently like looking for stuff. And I'll say like as you're going inside that store, like you see like a whole array of like different armors and like various like types of like gear and like of like suit for like different types of gear. Like you see like a pilot jumpsuit. You have like an outfit more suited for like a swampy environment like Nal Hutta. You've got like cold gear, like sweaters and a bunch of other stuff. And like behind like the counter, you see just like this like spider-looking individual, just with like sort of as he's like sort of like at the counter, like two hands are off like on the register, and another two hands are like sort of ironing a set of like outfits. Just
welcome to the establishment. This is Nico's Wares and Wonders. If you need help finding anything, I'll be right here.
Are you Nico?
Yes, this is my little establishment I've been running for the past several decades.
What are you?
I need to look up this race really quick.
You weren't prepared for that, were you?
Nope.
Super direct.
What are you? Shit.
This is a Harch, like the race that Admiral Trench is, like sort of like he has like a very hairy face, four like big beady blue eyes, and like unlike Trench, it's more so like he has, I'll say, fuck it, yeah, he's like sort of like an albino type of Trench, a Harch, where he's got like sort of like
they're terrifying. I love them.
Yeah, just somebody said that his race was shopkeeper.
Harch.
Yeah, it's Harch. Yeah, but sort of like this like white spider humanoid
Dear
creature.
God in heaven.
Yeah, like he's just sort of like
Terrifying.
yeah, like he has like
I love these
big old mandibles, like four beady blue eyes, and just like sort of white with like patches of black all around his like his skin. And as he's like sort of like one like two hands are sort of like on the two of his arms and hands are like sort of working the register, and another set are just sort of hanging up and dealing, like, organizing clothes. But now, back to the conversation with Django and the crew. So.
Oh, wait, sorry, yeah.
Yes. We'll get back to you guys in a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course.
But yeah, so Django Fett's like still like eyes crossed and be like, give someone force powers. It's an interesting idea. I've never.
It's risky, is what it is. I have to be near them. It's the only problem.
You could get caught very easily.
Exactly. Again, this is a last-minute decision if we can't find anyone.
And if I may ask, alright, we'll bookmark that you give someone force powers for the time being, but...
Mock.
Right, a mock of that, but the question is, what we really need is a lightsaber, and I'm assuming you're not going to be giving up yours.
I just got this back, I'm not giving it up again.
You know,
I'm pretty sure Aloe has a bunch.
I have 2, according to you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you only know she has the 2.
Well, that's one more than she needs.
Do I know? I know that. I know that. Wait, she has hers, and who else's?
Yeah,
We don't know.
Yeah, Shir'iven.
No, I know. I
yeah.
know.
Shir'iven, you know she has the 2.
I know she has 4.
Yeah, the 2 that she came with that are like a pair and a pair of shoulders, and 2, I'd say like more mastered, like seasoned looking, like regular lightsabers are on her, you know. And like Jango Fett just sort of like still like sort of like stroking his like chin part of his helmet, just like, if I had my if I still had my setback on the ship, I'd be able to part with one of them, but looks like we at least have the robes. But it's probably not going to convince them for long if they can't find the blade on them.
So all we need is a lightsaber and the robes. That should be enough to convince them.
Is there anyone here, Django, that might have any lightsabers that you know of?
I'll roll a low for him just to see what happens. Just turns back, like arms crossed, just be like, can't say I'm afraid. Lightsabers on bounty hunters is sort of a rarity, especially on Nal Hutta, where the clientele can be a bit testy around Jedi and Sith types. But I will say it's more than likely you'll be able to find a probably some type of grunt nearby that could suit the part of a captured Jedi, if you can knock him out quickly. But yeah, and like he sort of like points off to the alleyway where you still see a bunch of yeah, like you'll see like the droid snipers like all around on the buildings, and the B-1s they're getting closer towards the shop area where you are, but yeah, like they don't seem to be like coming into your alleyway just yet.
Okay, so we still have a bit of time.
Yeah.
Okay, so as Deadeye, I'm like, so we either find a suitable grunt, criminal, whatever the sort, pose him as a Jedi by random, or I could get in contact with someone if he knows anybody close by.
Interesting idea, but I think for now let's try to minimize any outside help that might come back to bite us in the ass. So, for now I'd say we'll just fan out and see if you can find anyone that you can take out quietly and quickly.
I kind of look to Deadeye for that.
Yeah. You still have that silencer, but preferably we don't want to make any noise, if at all. So just...
What if we... Hold on, sorry.
Oh.
What if we made a fake lightsaber?
do we even are there any materials here that we can use in such a short period of time?
Probably. Aesthetically, that's a metal rod, isn't it?
It's a bit like Django like concerningly turns towards Ceecee's like, Trooper, it's a bit more complicated than just a metal rod. They at least need to know if it's a functioning one. They probably will test if it's real and to at least, it's gonna take a lot of convincing to get them off our tail in this situation.
So I think I think it's just really funny that you guys are like breaking down this like complicated plan of like what to do and how to save Aloe. Meanwhile, I'm just imagining Aloe in that shop across the way, just being like, "Oh my God, you're so cute! Can I touch you? You're so fluffy!"
We'll go back. We'll actually go back to that right now in that moment. Yeah.
Oh, just screaming and talking about how fluffy this man is.
Yeah, it's more so like it's sort of almost
totally
like
not drawing attention to herself.
Yeah, like you're like, are you touching Nico?
Well, she would ask permission. She'd be like, "Can I touch your mandible? It looks fluffy."
I would prefer if you didn't. Sorry.
How about your hand?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Jesus Christ.
She would give him puppy dog eyes, and she'd be like, "How about your hand?"
Jesus
He
Christ.
would definitely come up to the counter though and just be like, "Aloe, we're here to
Jesus,
shop."
that persuasion.
I'll be like, this is a bit of an odd request, but sure.
And like one hand, like he just sort of like is like the ultimate multitasker. Just like one hand is on the cashier, the other two are still working close, and then he sort of just like lays one hand out sort of cautiously towards you.
God. She would pet it. She's just super enthralled.
Yeah, it's
27.
yeah. I'd say it kind of feels like it's weird. It's sort of like, I don't know if you ever like have those if you ever like see one of those toy RC tarantulas by like Discovery Channel.
No.
Yeah, or like like it's a bit of that, but like also just like light prickling. Like if you brush like against it the wrong way, like it's like a little bit painful, but yeah. Like
Gotcha. Yeah, I've touched tarantulas before. I know how they feel.
Yeah, pretty much that, and it's like, it's not really fluffy. It's more so just like it's a lot of hair.
It's scratchy. I get you.
Yeah,
but I still totally taking the task at hand serious.
If I may ask, I don't necessarily have all the time in the world for you to be touching my hand, so is there anything I can help you with?
Aloe would be like, "Oh, right, I need looks over like, "What are we here for again?"
We need clothes, Aloe, the kind that, look like. I just randomly turn around. I'm gonna grab whatever is closest to me. What is closest to me?
I'll say it's just...
We want your best dress.
I'll say
no, something you can run in.
I'll say Thio, like you pull sort of like I'd say like you pull like a weird bomber jacket type of deal right next to you.
Ooh, I love it. I'm grabbing that bomber jacket and I hand it to her really quickly. And I'm like, something you can move around in.
Yeah, like do you take it, Aloe, and just pop it?
I grab the bomber jacket, I hand it to her. I'm gonna find a pair of dark slacks. I'm gonna just be like stuffing stuff in her arms. I'm walking around the store frantically. I'm grabbing shit off the shelves and I'm just shoving them in her arm. Okay, and here's a helmet. Here's a jacket. Pair of slacks. Ooh, look at these boots. Are these your size?
Yeah, it's
what
kind of
size feet are you?
Yeah, I'll say it's very much like, you guys know the Lego character creator from like Lego Star Wars, where you just like sort of mismatch like different arm and head pieces. It's very much that in this moment. And
I feel like I'm in a scene from like Devil Wears Prada where I'm like, oh no, you can't work it like that.
Yeah, like Nico
Are
sort
of. Are you wearing the Prada boots?
I am wearing the Prada boots.
Aloe just comes out with like a rebel, that's not a rebel helmet yet, but like one of those like rebel helmets, like a TIE fighter bomber jacket, like a skirt, and like high heels. Nothing matches.
Yeah, but yeah, like, and the heel. I'll say like the heels there you find are like super elaborate. Like they're almost stilts. If like it's I don't know like I don't know how heels work, so I'm guessing I'm gonna throw out it's like a 5-inch bump or something. I don't know if that's a lot for heels.
And just pure crazed look. At this point, my helmet is off and I'm sweating.
Okay.
I'm like, Aloe, do you expect to be able to run in those things?
Oh yeah, like Nika goes up like, if you're looking for a certain type of attire for a certain type of mission, I can best find whatever you're looking for.
Boots, big ones, no heels. Thank you.
Like, are you looking for more combat or more style over functionality or
combat? Just
all right. I can find your size. And like he sort of like looks at like he sort of like Nico like sort of steps behind the counter like very like, a bit slowly like and like sort of like eyes you up and down, be like,
Max, you're so mean.
No, it's sort of like. Yeah, I'll say it's kind of like how, like, in, like, sitcoms or, like, certain, like, movies, you just see, like, sort of, like, this, like, the gay, like, dresser just sort of, like, eye people, like, walking into the store just, like, trying on stuff. And, he, like, literally, like, it's pretty much just, like, they have, like, one, like, they're holding their arm and just sort of, like, scrunching their chin, just, like, looking at you. And just sort of, like, your figure overall is quite small. Finding the right size might be a bit of a challenge, but I think I can make do.
Aloe just comes out in Slave Leia's outfit.
oh, like,
wow.
Yeah, with like Nico, like he's blushing like so hard right now. Just it's far too risque for you, child.
I turn Aloe around and I push her back into the little changing booth, and I'm like, no, not until your birthday. No.
I don't understand what's risky about it.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Let me
try on something else.
Yeah, I'll say you guys.
Whatever's next.
I'll say quickly, like I'll say within reason, you guys can like sort of talk to yourselves like privately, like in like a little chat, just to see like what kind of like outfit you want to cobble together for Aloe in this space, and I'll
have some ideas.
Yeah. Just like talk like privately. Yeah, just like in like a text and like figure that out. But yeah, we'll go back to like the main group for the moment. Oh no, Oh yeah, like I'm stalling. I'm stalling so hard. Also, I'm falling in love with like Nika, who I literally just made up on the spot.
I'm surprised you didn't stick to Tarantula.
Oh, the inside jokes of this stupid fucking game. All right, but yeah, going back to the plot. But yeah, he's like, you guys are sort of just like still huddled together, like off in the alley. All right, so what's the plan of action? Are we going to just find a random someone inside, or I mean, just we can fan on and just try to find a person to knock out quickly.
Deadeye, are you sure you don't have anyone in mind?
My optics just whirl, and I'm like, the only person who would be on this planet is Tark, and he's with Zero. Anyone else would be off-world, as far as I know.
Alright, this is going to be one of the riskiest moves we're ever going to make.
Mm-hmm.
We need... Can we come up with a lie or something? Would they buy, like, us turning them in and then saying, oh, the lightsaber broke when we caught them?
I think that's a good idea.
I kind of like... Out of character, Shir'iven looks at the camera like Jim on The Office.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, that's so perfect.
I mean, like this. I don't know if it's gonna be. You're gonna have to put on quite a show for them to buy the lie, if they're not coming in with a lightsaber. But something can be done, possibly.
We can give them a quote-unquote lightsaber, but we can say that it's broken. That's it. We need to just mimic one. Mimic the hilt of one.
Are you sure none of you know where a spare lightsaber could be? That would make our job a lot easier.
Unless
Maybe
Aloe
we
is
could
willing
convince
to
Aloe to give up one of hers.
I doubt that she would ever do that, though. Unless she's fine with parting with it.
I could see if I can persuade her.
Why don't you go try and find her, maybe? Find her and Thio, talk to her. I'll try and look for a dummy of some sort. With Ceecee and Django.
Alright, just stay close to each other and stay out of sight of the droids.
Alright, so Ceecee, Django, and Shir'iven are gonna split off and into the crowd, or where are you guys looking to go?
I'm going to peek out of the alleyway first and see how close the droids are to us.
Yeah, I'll say make a general perception check.
Okay, let me see. Please. 7.
I'll say, yeah, you can definitely tell, very much the droids, up on the buildings are still on high alert. The crowd is still, present. It seemed to have dispersed a little bit, but there are still, a couple people, hanging around on corners. You see a couple, smoking death sticks, and you see some other, playing,
Ew.
the equivalent of, Jesus Christ.
You want to buy some death sticks?
I mean...
You don't want to sell me death sticks.
Yeah. I want to go home.
You don't want to sell me death sticks.
I want to go home and rethink my life.
Yeah.
I want to go home and rethink my life.
But yeah, you guys see a lot of...
Sleaze Bagano.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his name, wasn't it?
Yep. His name is Sleazebag. Oh no.
Well, okay, but yeah, I'll say you guys see that. You see the equivalent of people playing dice off in another alley corner, just sort of testing to see another guy holding waiting off in another alley with sort of trying to hold a blaster pistol, and he's hooded as well. But yeah, I'll say there's still a crowd there, but in the droids they're making their way closer. I'd say they're 2 or 3 buildings away from reaching where Aloe and Thio are right now. So
okay. Okay, we're gonna have to act fast. Shoot. Is there anyone of Aloe's size around me?
I'll say with that perception, I'll say with with that check, I'll say you can find someone of a little bit of a bigger build, a type of I'd say he looks at least if you want a physical representation of it, a reference, I'd say kind of what's the name of that dude who killed Obi-Wan in that one episode?
Obi-Wan?
God.
I forgot that guy.
In the Clone Wars yeah, it was
Darth Vader.
No.
He wasn't killed.
Yeah,
per se.
it was a fake assassin job in the.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was when he took the identity of with the red face and
his name is on the tip of my brain.
Yeah.
But
With a red face?
Yeah, it's
What?
Like Darth Maul's cousin?
No, it was just a regular humanoid. He had pale skin, he had red markings on his face. I'm trying to remember. Anybody can pull it up?
I'm trying right now.
Okay, I'm thinking. But yeah, like I'll say like it's pretty much that, just like sort of a like built enough man, like I'd say like a couple inches on Aloe, just sort of like waiting outside of the, sort of like he's actually like right by your alley, I'll say. And like
Reiko
like,
Hardin was his name.
Reiko Hardin, yeah, like that.
Yeah,
dude.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like
Okay.
that, a dude of a similar look and build.
Okay.
So Reiko Hardin?
He's sort of just like cross-armed, like not really paying attention.
I do a light whistle towards Django and Ceecee and like nudge my head at the guy.
What was his race?
He's like, yeah, just like a humanoid-looking dude.
Oh, okay.
Here's a picture of him in the chat.
I can't whistle, otherwise I'd whistle.
Oh, wait. So you're like whistling like
just to Ceecee and Django.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say like they notice and be like, all right, so how are we gonna take him out?
Without causing too much.
Can you use the force or something?
I could.
That's not how the force works. Sorry.
God damn it.
Gee, I don't know, Ceecee. Do you think I can't?
What?
I kind of look at him like, really?
What? That's mean. Unnecessarily mean.
Let's see. Hold on.
Yeah, I'll say like for feet reference-wise, I'll give him like he's like about 60 or so feet away from you, from your group.
Ah, shit! I didn't mean to press that. I meant to like look through it.
Okay. You're fine. Well, I'll give you guys a bit of time to plan, and we'll go over to Deadeye as you're walking into the establishment, and
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but.
Oh, wait, sorry, you said the establishment. I'll stay for a couple more minutes, sorry.
Okay, but yeah, I'll say, did you guys figure out an outfit for Aloe you got together in this space?
I think I have an idea, so we can come back to me whenever.
Yeah. But
just design something really quickly, just based on what you said, like the jacket and boots or whatever. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but I'm gonna post it right now in the Moth Eyes.
Yeah, but yeah, just describe it to me like so, like the audience knows like what like you like scrounged up together for her.
It's like I just grabbed her like a brown jacket, so she's got kind of an Endor look.
Okay.
It's jacket, a green tunic, some brown boots, something that just looks like it would blend into kind of any landscape.
All right. Earthy tones. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll say like
just on the fly.
But yeah,
if she really wants those dresses though, I grab a couple off the rack and I just stuff them at the proprietor.
You're using the 400 credits that I said get for her to get an outfit. You're taking her on a damn shopping spree. Theo, you are an awful mother.
There's just a couple of dresses there too.
I want that too, and that. Okay, we'll get all of it.
Okay. But yeah, I'll say
all
like
stuffed in a bag.
Yeah, but yeah, Deadeye, I say like I'll say you sort of walk in like as like Aloe's like coming out of like the dressing room like with like that Endori outfit, and like Theo's like at the desk like purchasing the other outfits, and then Nico sort of chimes in, little one, would you like a bag for all of your outfits, including the one you're would you be taking those robes with you?
Yes, please.
All
Bag
right.
for everything.
I'll say that to run you about, and he just sort of types on his little, on like his register. I'd say with everything in total, that to run you about 100 credits.
The bags are 100 credits?
Oh, just all the clothes and the bag, my dear.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there a 10-cent tax for the bag?
So, and like he sort of
Sorry,
just, like,
I couldn't help myself.
yeah, he has like one hand out, like as two are still on the register.
Yeah, I hand him the money.
Ah, pleasure doing business with you.
And he sort of puts it away and just sort of like keeps typing up, and then sort of like, yeah, like he sort of like types up a digital receipt. Like, Jesus.
I stop him before he types up a receipt, and I say, if you don't mind, keep us off the books, and I slide him an extra 100.
Jesus.
Make a persuasion.
You're running Shir'iven dry, damn.
I mean, they're probably gonna question this guy at some
point.
looking for a Jedi. I don't know to be
know
like,
what?
sure, a Jedi came in and changed your outfit 6 times.
Alright, I'll say Thio, make a persuasion check. Al, if you need to go real quick, then yeah, you're welcome to.
Yeah. I'll just jump right off. Be right back.
Okay.
And then don't forget that she's sliding him an extra 100 credits, so that might be an advantage.
Yeah.
I roll again.
You know what? Yeah, why not?
All right, money always works.
Come on, dice gods.
No.
I'll say with the 13. I'll make a quick ruse.
I will lean in real close.
I'm sorry,
And
but I'm an honest businessman. I try to keep everything running at tip-top shape.
I'm back.
Okay, I'm going to try and intimidate him.
Oh my god.
And I'll say,
oh my god.
You just gave him money.
I'll say,
wait.
I know.
Before you intimidate him, can Aloe give him puppy dog eyes again?
I'll say Aloe giving him puppy dog eyes. Now you just make just a straight persuasion roll. Aloe. Jesus Christ!
Wow! Damn!
Fucking hell!
Kevin, nothing will ever go your way with Aloe.
Yeah, I'll say as you sort of are giving him puppy dog eyes, like he looks back to Thio and looks back to you and be like,
"Oh, I can't resist saying no to such a cute face."
I hate it so much.
Is this real life?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know if Trench is the only one that does that, but I'm saying like all the race does that shit. So
they totally do.
Yeah.
She's gonna reach out. She's gonna pat his wrist because she loves him.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're far too kind, little one.
No, you.
Oh, stop it! Like
two of his hands are like sort of like he like one like covers his mouth, just sort of like, and like the other two like sort of like are just like like stop it, like you're too much, like that kind of.
Too much for your time. We've taken up too much of it.
Watching all of this.
Yeah, Deadeye, you're watching all this thing transpire. Unless if you want to say.
Okay,
anything.
so. Yeah, well, what I do when they say like, no, you are, no, you are, no, you are, I'm just like, tilt my head and look at Jip, like confused as hell, kind of like those two clones looking at each other. And they both look at each other and then look back at Aloe and the cashier.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, this like Jip just like leans over to you and like, that girl is a strange one.
You have no idea.
Oh. Says the Rhodian Aloe did this too like 3 sessions ago.
But yeah, let me. Okay.
Why is your perception so damn persuasion so high?
That's the only thing.
It's like a 20. That's why.
Yeah, she's a charismatic girl.
That's why.
Because
God.
that's the only thing Aloe's good at.
Yep.
Oh my god.
She sucks at everything else. She is useless except for how adorable she is.
Mm-hmm.
She's great for diplomacy, but also she fucks things up because she's like chaotic as hell.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. She's just kind of like a force of nature at this point.
Yeah, she is.
But yeah, I'll say like as Deadeye and like Jip are making like those little commentary, like Nico just sort of like like gets all your stuff together, like all wraps it up all nicely, just like, oh, here you go, little one. I wish you safe travels.
I'll come back. I'll give you a 5-star review.
Oh, I would very much love that. Anything to drive in more clientele. But please do try to not mix it in with the dresses. The outfits could mix in the colors and they won't look as catching to the eye, as we say.
Promise.
All right.
It's funny because you have like 8.
And
8 eyes.
it's only I only have the 4, darling.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Right.
4, 8 was the difference.
Right.
Anyway.
Bye! She waved and they'd head out.
Like 2 arm waves. Have a good day.
And then, totally not trying to be insensitive, she would wave back with both hands.
And Thio, I'm assuming you're grabbing your helmet and your stuff as you.
Yeah, I've got my helmet, and I'm just very painfully walking out and trying to steer her away. You know, come on, yes, friends are nice. It's so nice to meet people. Let's
as
go.
you're exiting, like about to reach the exit, you see Deadeye and Jip sort of like waiting inside, and like Jip is just sort of like hand over his mouth, just like he's like, it's very much a face of like, what have I done to deserve this look? And like just very much, yeah. So you see them as like you're walking out. So anything you guys are going to do? Are you going to try to like regroup back outside?
The outfit that you drew, Maya, looks really big on her, so I'm just also imagining that the sleeves are too long on her too.
Yeah, actually, I definitely imagine that the jacket is like 3 or 4 sizes kind of too big for her. She kind of swims in it.
Oh yeah.
But, if I see her fussing with the sleeves, I'll kind of look down and tug on it and just say in a really soft voice, something to grow into. And then kind of keep walking her along.
All right. But yeah, you
Is
guys.
this a boy's outfit? I don't know. Does this make me look bad?
Makes you blend in, is what it does.
But yeah, you guys are walking out, and like, Deadeye, do you say anything to them before like you're gonna regroup with everybody, or what do you guys? What are you all gonna do now?
Oh, I would say I would ask Thio and Aloe. I assume everything went smoothly.
Yeah, how do I look?
And she'd do a little twirl for him. Hold out her hands, the floppy sleeves.
It looks big on you.
Yeah, I thought so.
But I suppose it'll be a better disguise than what you were wearing.
She'd nod.
Okay, let's head out. Where are we going?
What's the plan?
We're heading back to meet Shir'iven, Django, and Ceecee.
Okay, let's go.
To
the ship.
Not the ship. I just kind of like put her hand down to try to get her to calm down.
She's totally putting her hand up like, let's go!
Yeah, it's very much like what's the like wacky wacky waving flavor alarm flame 2, man.
That was not what I was imagining, but now I am.
I mean, it's just like I just see her like just like getting all excited. She's just super cheering, and then it's just like, okay, let's just like calm down, just
let's dial that back. Dial it back.
Yeah.
Calm down.
But yeah.
Not to the ship, and keep your voice down.
Sorry.
We can't go to the ship. We're going to find Django and the rest of the group to discuss more of the plan.
Okay, let's go. Where are they?
We must find them. The last time we met, we were still in that alleyway.
Let's go the alleyway!
Right, so...
They might have been gone, but we'll go in that general direction to see.
Okay.
Nod.
Right. So, as you guys are making your way towards the alleyway, and while all that other past stuff transpired, if we'll go back to Django, Ceecee, and Shir'iven, and we'll figure out what your plan was.
Okay. So
I will be right back again.
Okay, you're good.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I need to get his attention.
Yes.
From there, I can possibly affect his mind into coming along with us.
All right. Any
It's
ideas?
the best. Other than just going up and talking to him, no.
Trooper, you got anything?
What?
Oh, he's talking to Ceecee.
Oh, sorry, what?
Trooper, you got any ideas?
Not as yet.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like by himself for the most part. No, like from what you can tell, like the droids are like they're getting nearer towards him. Like his location, like sort of, like what you assume, like you've been like looking out in that area, you've just seen like droids sort of going like one by one and asking people around, like just seeing me like asking them for stuff and yeah, like not being too intrusive from the looks of it. But yeah, like this guy's alone himself for the time being. He's probably got like a few minutes, I think. So, yeah. Yeah, just standing outside, leaning at the wall, like, and like a toothpick in his mouth. So, yeah.
Okay, is he in sight of me? Like, can he see me if I step out of the alleyway for a second?
Roll a stealth check.
No, I mean, I want to be seen. I want him to see me.
Oh, okay, then, yeah, if you're not gonna try to hide, then yeah, you can certainly step out and get his attention.
Okay. I kind of like mutter under my breath, like, Elijah, please forgive me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to charm him. Would I just straight charisma, or would I do persuasion?
Okay, so describe how you're doing it, because he's just sort of like looking around, like he's like eyeing the droids, but like not really giving a shit, just sort of like toying around with the toothpick in his mouth.
I gotta like look at my outfit for a second so I can remember what exactly.
Are you like adjusting your outfit like in front of Django and Ceecee? Or are you like just trying to like find like a private space?
No, you know what? She doesn't care. She doesn't fucking care. She literally like kind of like shifts her, you know how like part of her hood kind of like diagonally hangs off her?
Yeah.
She like kind of like huddles it up and like drapes everything over her shoulders, kind of like it's only a cape and only drapes on her, hangs onto her shoulders, and you know what I mean? It's hard to describe.
Yeah.
But it's up enough to where she's kind of like somewhat on display. She kind of like adjusts like the two black straps lower a little.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, so
she's just trying to show off her cleavage, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
Yeah.
Am I seeing this?
Yes, you are. And Jango Fett's just sort of like, he's sort of like, yeah. If unless you're not taking your eyes off her, Ceecee, like Jango will sort of like bump you in the arm and be like, "Trooper, show some respect." Just.
Yes.
I look away.
Okay.
Yeah, so, Jango keeps looking. I'm kidding.
But yeah, I'll say, in
pervert Ceecee.
Yeah. With the adjusted outfit, I will say your lightsaber is a bit more exposed.
Shit.
Yeah. So.
I quickly like turn back to look at Ceecee, like Trooper, Ceecee.
Yes.
Are you able to hide my saber for just a moment?
Of course.
I kind of like pull it out a bit and like hand it over to just Ceecee.
All right. And yeah, it's this like very hefty, like at least.
It's an image reference archive. She's holding it in her image.
Yeah, like it's sort of like it's like a long like the material like almost looks like copper and black material. Just yeah, it's almost like it's practically like a baton, at least like just the metal part alone. So it's like it's fairly big, but yeah, you now are holding onto her double-edged lightsaber. So, yeah.
Just keep it safe for now. I need to step out into the open, and I don't want to be seen like this with the lightsaber.
No problem. It will be safe with me.
Thank you.
Right.
I kind of like. All right.
Jesus.
I compose.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not. I'm just laughing at.
Okay,
It's
like if you're not comfortable with, you don't have to, like, you can let.
No,
Okay.
because this is it's more so I'm laughing at it. I'm comfortable with it. I'm laughing at the idea of Shir'iven doing this because it's like literally she's like, I haven't done any charming things in years since my lover basically died. So this is awkward to me.
Right. So it's just more like you're just sort of like feeling a lot of like self-conscious about it and just like, oh, like you've never.
It's more so like, it's been so long. I hope to God I still have my charm.
All right. So you sort of like get yourself like all like more
dolled up in a way, and I
you're like showing off your assets. We'll say. For lack of a better word. But yeah, like he's still alone, and yeah, what are you doing?
Okay. All right, I step out into the open and eye him up and down, hoping and I kind of make like a little I make that little whistle noise again, but to him.
Okay.
But is it more of a wolf whistle?
No, it's just like a little like look over here sort of thing, like beckoning
like,
him.
Do like because I can't.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
If I could whistle, I can't.
I can't.
Yeah, I can't either, so no shame. But props to people who can whistle in.
God bless you guys for doing
Yes.
this.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Anyway,
Thanks,
so she kind of like looks at him and like.
Yeah, let me just roll perception for him. Yep, he notices. Just sort of like raise an eyebrow, just like.
Oh.
Yeah, but not more so like out of suspicion, not really like intrigue in that other way. So yeah, he's more so just like the fuck are you type of look.
What do you want?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay. I gotta think this through. Shit, my whistle game is weak. Damn right it is. Shir'iven, like here's my. The Adventures of Shir'iven is just me failing at rolling anything, especially when she has the right stats for it.
I feel that.
Come, hey, yeah, like what do you? Yeah, you seemingly have his attention, so.
Okay. So immediately when he makes eye contact with me.
Now I'll say you're about 30-ish feet away from him.
That's
now.
fine. I still have enough. I have enough. I think.
You got
Hold
this.
on,
You
let me
got
double
this.
check. Yes. Affect mind. So.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw.
Let me. I need to pull up. Shit.
Please, God work. Please, God work.
I'm just gonna pull up a random block. Okay, it's a what kind of save? Wisdom
It's a
save?
wisdom.
Okay. That is a 5. He fails.
Thank God. Thank God. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
But yeah, like you sort of.
Work it, Shir'iven, work it.
Okay.
Yeah, advantage on all, but yeah, he is currently charmed by you. So
shake that groove thing.
Yeah, he's sort of like
Jesus Christ.
Sort of like I'll say like for the sake of like flavor and describing it, like you sort of walk out and like do like that whistle like as like you're waving like.
That my little fingers, it's just my force thing.
Yeah, and like you just sort of see him like he just sort of like first he gives you like the what the fuck who the fuck are you eyes, and then like he sort of shakes, and then he's like it's more like the how you doing face from Friends. He's like,
hey, how you doing?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But yeah. So he seemingly like he's intrigued, but he hasn't. He's not moving over towards you, but yeah, he's just sort of like, I
I kind of
No.
like beckon him a bit. So I'm gonna do persuasion.
Oh, like, so are you like calling him over, or like are
calling
you...
him over to her?
All right. So what are you like saying to like bring him over?
Fuck.
Didn't think this far ahead.
No, I didn't. I thought because look, here's the thing. I've been making shit rolls this entire fucking night. Let's be honest.
I mean, like, then you made me do the shit roll, so you have to be prepared for when those happen.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But it's been happening every session. Okay.
All right. But yeah.
Fuck. I don't. She kind of calls him darling in Twi'lek. I don't know what the fuck that would be, but
I mean,
go
like,
off, sis.
because Twi'lek is just like, it's like the tentacles.
Oh yeah,
moving.
it's the tentacles. Shit.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll say like first like your tentacle moves over like a little bit, and then he's just like just sort of like a slight wince, but he's like still like looks intrigued. Like as you're like sort of like trying to figure out what to say in the middle of this.
Okay. Okay. Excuse me, I couldn't help but notice you from across the way. You've taken a peek at my interest. Would you mind coming just a bit closer?
And if I did have an interest, you think you can make it worth my while?
Goodness
Oh,
me.
darling, I can make it definitely worth your while.
All right.
Yeah, he sort of like takes out the toothpick from his mouth, flicks it off into the back alley next to him, and then he sort of like walks his way over to you.
I kind of like look back at Django and Ceecee, like, get ready.
Okay. What the fuck?
Okay. But yeah, like he sort of like comes on closer towards you, and like, do you like have an arm waiting for him, or like what? Like
I kind of like I hold out my hand, and I'm about to reach for his arm and like wrap my arm around him. I kind of pull him in closer.
Oh.
and then I then look. I'm kind of like my tentacle is like twitching, like crazy. Like the one that's not wrapped around my neck. The one is like that's hanging in the back is like twitching.
Okay.
Like at Django and Ceecee, like fucking come. Like I hope that they fucking get it, even though it's all Twi'lek. Like please fucking understand what I'm trying to get you to do.
Yeah, you guys. I'm pretty sure Ceecee and Django don't know Twi'lek, so it's just more of like, if you want to try to interpret Ceecee what that means, you can go ahead and make an insight check.
I'm gonna make an insight check. Hold on a second. Let me find there it is.
17. Yeah, I'll say with that you can easily read it's more so just like it's just like a sign of like get ready, like here's the setup. So.
Oh my god, I'm nervous. I don't know what to do.
Okay, but yeah, and like as you're sort of like bringing him over and like walking over towards the alley, he's like,
bit of a classic, and never been with the Twi'lek before. This'll be quite the experience. Hope I can make it happy for yourself.
Is this a random guy or is this Cad Bane?
It's a random guy. It's
okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Random humanoid dude, just like dude, bro. Like he pretty much like he just looks like Reiko Hardin, but like just probably like a little bit younger and like some like scruffier hair, like maybe a bit dirtier too. Like he's just
gotcha.
Yeah, he's
wait.
Yeah,
hold on.
Looks more scummy than normal, but yeah.
I'm going to then use Wait, let me. I gotta read this real quick. Hold on. Each humanoid 20-foot radius. Your center point you choose. Hold on, I'm trying to like read one of my force powers.
You good? Let me just check on a couple things. I don't.
He's already completely charmed, right?
Yeah, it lasts for a minute for you. I don't. Yeah, like because of Aloe, she has the empathetic feat, so it lasts with her as long as like she's within range of him of the target. But for you,
wait,
it's
I have empathetic.
Oh, is that? Let me just double check. Let me.
You're talking about Charmer, which is
Charmer. Yeah, she's got Charmer. So when she has
There you
somebody
go.
charmed, yeah, yes. Thank you for showing that.
I has it at ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just using
Regular empathetic, which lasts 1 minute.
I'm using affect mind.
But yeah,
That's
like
what I meant, sorry.
yeah, because of with Charmer, the effect mine is just a lot stronger as long as you're within that range, and it just lasts as long as you're within 60 feet of the person. But yeah, for you, you only got the minute, and it's time. Clock's ticking. I'll say that much. It's not like
Okay, just give me a second.
You're
Okay,
good.
fuck. Okay.
But yeah, you're sort of like you're leading him. All right, I'll just wait a hot bit, but yeah, just let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, come on. Shit. What did he say last? I'm sorry.
He's just like, I've never been with a Twi'lek before.
Oh, well, I hope I can make it worth your while then, darling.
Oh, I'm sure you will. You look
I
like
kind
you
of,
know your
I bring my hand up
Mm-hmm.
to just tickle under his chin just a bit. And then,
I hate you, Kevin.
Yeah, you're just pulling him in the alley, or?
Yeah, I pull him closer into the alley, just a bit closer to where, Django and Ceecee are.
Okay, I'll say...
Just enough, just so they can hear me.
Okay. And I'll say, yeah, I'll say Ceecee and Django, like, they took initiative and just, like, they sort of, like, are hidden off. But yeah. Well, yeah. So, and you're just, like, sort of, like, are you behind, trying to get behind the guy?
He's completely in the alley with me now, right?
Yeah, I'll say he's in the alley.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean...
And, I'm just going to just slowly lean forward, almost as if I'm going to kiss him. And I just whisper, like, I just hope for one thing, darling.
Oh, and what's that?
That my boys don't kill you. And I kind of, get the switch on him, and
yes!
I'm gonna do a fucking I'm gonna do an acrobatics.
Wait, are you trying to full Nelson him or something? Or
No, not Nelson him. I'm going to, slip out of his grasp and, I'm trying to aim to, get behind him immediately and kick him towards Django and Ceecee.
Yes!
Kick him in the ball!
Yeah, dude.
All right. Okay.
So acrobatics?
Okay, I'll say...
It would be acrobatics.
Okay. Are you kicking him into where Ceecee and
I have to get the switch, so immediately I pull out of his grasp
Okay.
and switch behind him.
Okay, yeah, I'll say
Or
yeah.
kicking him.
Okay, I'll say with the kick, make an attack roll at advantage.
Okay, so no acrobatics to get out of his arms or anything.
Right. Yeah, you just
Got it.
Dude's a puppy in your arms, so.
What is on? I don't have unarmed strike.
Yeah, so just roll. I'd say
roll a 20.
Yeah, roll either a, I'd say your highest stat is strength or dex.
They're both the same.
Okay, I'll say take roll strength check or yeah.
Okay, so
yeah. And we'll
with advantage, right?
I'll say with advantage, yeah. Then 15, yeah. The 15's enough, so you sort of kick it, you sort of get his arm when you were at one point just holding his arm around yours, you sort of maneuver in a way so his arm is you hold his arm behind his back and then you just sort of kick him into out of your grasp into between where Django and Ceecee are. But now I'm gonna have quickly the three of you roll initiative for this little round. But like it's
right.
sort of, it's a surprise round. But yeah, like this guy like is totally like caught off guard. So,
Yep.
Yeah. So just. All right.
5.
All right. 5.
Should I roll again?
Ceecee. No. Like you just have the lower deck, so Ceecee will go before you, and I will roll for Django. That is 6. So Django Fett's gonna quickly go in and just sort of punch the guy a whole bunch. So I'll give him. I'll say yeah. Like I'll give him like 2 melee attacks. Shit. Fuck! I was not prepared for this. Damn it.
This is what he's saying.
I thought you told me to always be prepared.
Well, do as I say, not as I do.
That's too funny.
Shir'iven is my favorite now.
Okay,
Oh, we know.
Before Shir'iven gets into it, she is going to fix her robes up again.
Okay.
She's just like, never doing that again. Ugh.
Okay, so he's going to make 2 melee attacks with a little knife. So that's an 18 to hit and I'll roll that one again. And a 25 to hit. So he's gonna make this non-lethal. Just like try to knock him out. Let's roll. So that's 5. And 7 points of kinetic damage, and yeah, that's his turn as he sort of like punches the guy a couple times across the face, and he's still standing, but yeah, and he's behind him, Ceecee, and like, yeah, so what are you gonna do now?
Can I kick him in the balls?
Roll the kick in the
I'll
balls.
say, yeah, go ahead and roll. Yeah, like you sort of go up, roll attack with advantage.
Can that be like
Attack with what?
instant knockout if he wins?
We'll see.
So do I just roll a d20?
Yeah, roll with your dex is higher, yeah?
My dex is high.
Yeah, I'll say, yeah, just click with your blaster rifle, and
Alright.
yeah, like just like 2 of those, just
2 of them.
yeah, just one more time because it's advantage. Yeah, 17 hits, and what's your strength modifier?
0.
0. So it does 1 more point of damage. I'll give him a con save just to see like if he lasts getting hit by all this.
I hope we don't kill him.
Probably won't.
Oh yeah, like it's a kick to the balls. This is the most This is the most
The
non-lethal
kick-
you can get in D&D.
Yeah, but like he's still not gonna be able to do much else when he gets kicked. In the
Oh yeah,
gun.
but yeah, like I'll say like as Django like punches him in the back of the head, and like you sort of like run up and just poop like right in the kisser. Yeah, he's sort of just like like he clutches and then he just like falls over. And
It's
just, yeah.
ZD says that it sounds like our audio was turned down.
Oh, like for you guys or just for?
I guess
Some of
for-
us sound quiet on their.
Yeah.
Okay.
On Twitch's end.
Okay, let me. Mine is all the way up. I can bump you guys up a little bit more, so you're a bit louder. And I can bump up my game. a wee
Jinkles
bit.
is fine. I'm always fine, thank you.
Right. Yeah, just let us know if the audio is fine, and if it's any better. Chat. Thank you very much. Hope you are enjoying the utter chaos.
I didn't think I'd get this far.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll say at this point, you guys like he's like sort of unconscious and like keeled over, just in pain, just like he's like, yeah, he's hurting real bad, but he's
This
pretty much
poor
out.
guy.
It sounds like the GM that's super quiet.
Oh, it's me. Is
Yeah.
that any better?
Jesus.
Yeah, it's better. That's better. Yeah, it's a
Okay.
lot higher.
Yeah, I have the game pretty high up. I'm just worried I don't like peak if I yell.
Scream.
So
Scream.
no.
I'll
Inside DM
turn you
voice.
down on
That's
my end.
all right.
Okay.
But-
Okay, cool.
But yeah, so I'll say as that is wrapping up. Jesus Christ. Deadeye, Jip, Aloe, Thio are coming out of the store into the alleyway. And I'll say you guys don't see them from where you are right now.
Okay.
Like they went off to like a far, like different alley on the opposite side of like this place. And I'll say the droids are sort of like, they're one more building away from Nico's little shop. So they're getting closer, so what would you like to do?
Aloe is going to suggest that we wait for them here.
Did they tell us where to meet them?
No.
At all? Oh,
They'll probably come back, so we'll stay here.
I wanna... Can I try and call Ceecee on my comm?
Yeah, I'll say like you just like hit up the comm link on your wrist, just...
Ceecee, where are you?
I'm here.
Ceecee? What's going on?
We're taking care of something.
Good luck trying to explain this.
And you can hear in the background just like Shir'iven's like freaking sigh. Just
yeah, you're like struggling to like just sort of like get this guy up in like a position to like sort of like be able to like to carry him off. Be like, oh. And Jango Fett's like trying to help you like move the body up a little bit more.
Lift with your legs. Lift with your legs.
Like, don't. I've done these jobs before. Don't tell me what to do.
Doesn't seem like you are.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Ceecee, you're just seeing them like it's very much just like they're being argumentative shit. But yeah.
Can like any of us besides Thio hear the commotion in the background?
You can hear a little bit of it from the comm link, but it's like sort of jarbled and like it's not in super clear. But yeah.
Okay. I say to Thio, I'm like, ask them where they are.
Where are you? Where can we meet you?
We're in an alleyway. Where are we? Can I do it?
You're in an alleyway, like
I can't hear you.
Yeah, I'll say from where you are, Nico's
like, what are we here for?
Yeah, Nico's like shop is sort of like within view of where you are. Like you can like just barely see, like Thio. I'm assuming like you're poking out trying to look for them. But yeah, like
I'm looking for them.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Can I hear?
You see them shuffling by with a body?
I love that.
Yeah, no, like the body stuff that's happening like way off, deeper into the alley.
Can I hear Ceecee talking?
A little, yeah. You could hear him like talking on his comm link.
Okay. So at this point, I kind of like wait until Jango actually has a hold of the dude, and then I let go. And I walk over to Ceecee.
Like you're like just in the middle of setting up, and like you sort of like leave Jango hanging as like the body like sort of slumps over, and he's just like, oh, son of a bitch. He's just like,
just hold on.
All right. Just like mumbling to himself.
No, she's like mumbling to herself, like just quietly. It's just like, I can't wait to fucking slaughter him.
He's just like, but yeah, Jango's like under stuff like. No, never.
I ship this.
Yes.
Ew, no, he basically murdered her wife.
I know,
Beyonce,
Yeah. But yeah.
Enemies to lovers, head ass.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so she walks over to Ceecee. Are you talking to Thio?
Yes.
Okay, do you mind? I like
course.
point to his comm rack.
I give it to her.
Yeah.
Thio, I'm going to stick my head out for just a moment. Be on the lookout in any of the alleyways. Okay. I like poke my head out, kind of like getting a survey of where both the droids and where Thio is.
Yeah, I'll say make one more perception check. Just see if you see any new shit.
20.
20?
Unnatural.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Not natural,
Finally.
but yeah. I'll say, yeah, the droids are sort of like at the, they're at the house where you are, and like they will notice you like walking out of the, alleyway as you, sort of are looking around.
Wait, real quick. Where is it? Where is it? I have it, like, right here. No, that's not it. Force camouflage.
Okay. All right. So the second you come out, like you sort of like just come out, see them.
I took notice of the droids. I'm like, yeet.
Okay. You instantly just sort of like it's like in. I'll say for like the Force camouflage, it's kind of like that one Clone Wars episode where Asajj Ventress and like her buddy and her friends like just sort of like become all misty. So yeah, like so like the invisibility looks a lot like that, and the droids are just sort of like, all right, this is Sector 1. Looks all clear over here. And then you just hear like on their comm,
good. Approach the next couple of houses. We won't rest until we find this Jedi.
Roger, roger.
And like they're just sort of walking off towards the next house, like sort of they're passing like just in front of you. But yeah.
Okay, I'm like gonna hold my camouflage. I'm gonna hold my camouflage until they're away.
Yeah, they're like going into that next house, and like you still have like enough time, under a minute to sort of for then like they're inside now and like they're out of your view. And
as soon as they're in the house, I kind of like look. I immediately drop my camo and then like peek back out of the alley to like make sure Thio is like kind of looking. Like, please hurt. And like I have this like expression like, please fucking look. Like I'm almost about to start panicking.
But yeah, like I'll say you drop the camouflage, and like Thio, from where you are you can see like Shir'iven like is more like coming out and just trying to like find you off in the crowd.
Yeah, Aloe's definitely not paying attention. She's probably fussing with her belt.
And I'm keeping a lookout too.
All right. Yeah. So, but yeah.
Okay, so they haven't seen me yet.
Yeah.
Or...
I'll say Thio.
Oh, we do?
Yeah. I'll say Thio definitely sees you.
Okay.
As you're like trying to make your like become this.
Do I see her?
Yeah. With a 20 perception, totally. Yeah.
Okay. I kind of like. As soon as Thio makes eye contact with me, I'd like wave, like, come on.
Okay. Oh yeah, I jolt my chin in her direction, like I see you, and if anyone's still kind of hanging back with me, it was Aloe still next to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's busy. She's like,
okay.
It's pretty much like just like for like at least like a visual representation. You're sort of like at the very corner of the alleyway, like peeking out. Aloe's like right behind you, fiddling with her sleeves, and Deadeye and Jip are just behind her, just watching.
Okay. Well, I'll turn around and I'll be like, "Come on!" and then I'll gesture so that they'll follow me out. And head out
as soon as like she makes contact with me, I'm going to like duck back into the alley and like look at Django and Ceecee like, we better get moving. Gotta go. I kind of like immediately go back to Django's side to like help him.
All right.
With the side of the dude.
He's like, all right, just take him to the back part. Well, if we can use Aloe's robes on him or something, just to distract him, I guess.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
Yeah, and like you guys are making your way towards the back, and yeah, Ceecee, you still have her lightsaber, so
yeah, I'm gonna keep it. I'm just joking.
Yeah, you
wait. Wait, what did you say, Ceecee?
I said I was gonna keep it.
No. Max was joking though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a jokester.
I'm not going to worry about it until like we're in the alley.
Okay.
Like further in.
But yeah, like you're like behind the building here, like, and it's like, yeah, there's no like, from what you can tell, nothing is like having any prying eyes on you, and you have like a moment to yourself if you would like to collect in.
I kind of like I look at Django like, all right, just lean him against the wall for a second.
All right.
Like, all right. I go back to Ceecee and like just thank you. Can I have my lightsaber back, please?
Of course. And I hand it to her.
All right. As soon as it's back in my grasp, I'm stuffing it back into my robe, and because everything's covered again, everything's good. The girls are covered.
Okay. And I'll say like as like you're like getting yourself like all fixed up back to normal, Thio and everybody else like will arrive in that part of the alley, in the back part of the house. So, yeah, you guys are all together now.
Do I notice like the fucking bags they have?
Yeah, you notice the multiple bags and Theo's new outfit.
I gave you 400 credits for one outfit, and there's a shopping. You know what? Never mind.
Oh, I think Al would be like, "You're gonna love the outfits I chose. They're really nice."
It's fine. We'll worry about the credits and everything later. We need to. I kind of like move to the side and just kind of like show them like the dude that's passed out on the wall.
Yeah, he's just sort of like slobbering. He's knocked out cold.
Oh.
Yeah.
Meet our Jedi.
Al would be like, "Oh no, this poor man has passed out. Is he drunk?"
Charmed and knocked out.
She'd run over to him and
I grab the collar of Aloe's jacket like immediately. No, keep him like that. He's acting as your decoy.
Tilt her head.
Oh,
I had to
never
take a
felt
liberty.
awful good about a decoy.
He's going to be the Jedi that we turn in so we can leave and protect you.
Tilt her head again, question marks floating everywhere.
Confusion.
That is clearly not a Jedi. Like she just blinked at you like completely confused.
Aloe, we can't leave this planet unless we turn this man in, okay?
Tilt her head in the other way.
No. Oh my god damn.
I
look at Thio and Deadeye like, please help me.
I look at Al and I'm just like, you're confused, and maybe it's best it stays that way.
That's probably a good idea.
I look over
I'm going to just pat Aloe's head. He's a bad guy. Do not wake him up.
Oh, yeah, he's a bad guy. Of course, I did not see anything that happened, so I don't know about that, but I'm gonna say that. Yeah, he's probably really bad.
Aloe would be like, okay, nod.
Okay.
Like, okay.
I look to Deadeye for a second, like, keep an eye on her. I'll fill you in a second. And I kind of like look at Thio, like, I look at Thio, like, so this is our Jedi. We need a lightsaber. We need the robes. I don't think this is going to work out, but this is how far we've gotten in the time you've been gone.
Sorry, you need a lightsaber and a what?
Aloe's robe.
Okay. I look over at Aloe and I'm like, oh god.
Aloe's probably being distracted by Deadeye, I assume, and she's just like, yeah, no, I really don't like this belt.
Aloe, can we use your robe, please? Now that you have these nice new clothes, maybe you'll never need the robe again until you get a new one back at the Jedi Temple. In fact, those robes that you had were in bad condition. You should probably let us have them.
They were in bad condition? Oh no, I'll
were
have to ask
in bad condition, as in they make you look too obvious. That's how bad they were.
We need to protect you, Aloe.
Look fat?
No, Aloe. See, okay, Aloe, would you rather be in disguise like you are now?
Dead.
Or would you rather be dead?
In disguise?
Okay, Aloe, can I please have your robes then?
Sure.
Every question, Aloe, like, her voice just shifts up another pitch. So you hand them your robes, Aloe?
I don't want to look fat. Have them. I'll ask for better ones when I get back to the Jedi Temple.
Okay. All right, and then I toss the robes over to Django and put it on him.
Right.
And I just put my hand on Aloe's shoulder. I'm like, you'll get new ones.
Okay.
But yeah, like Django like sort of turns over to Ceecee, be like, Trooper, help me get this on him. And then just
yes,
sir.
Of,
all right. So you guys are busy with that at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like thinking it over just a little bit, like tapping my foot as I think. My tentacle is like kind of waggling just a bit. So how exactly do we go about this? Do we just turn him in? Like, would they let us turn him in, first of all? I, like, asked that just to, like, I kind of, like, target that question towards, Django.
Alright. But yeah, everyone else is welcome to answering on that one as well. Like, he does look a bit more preoccupied.
I've got nothing.
Stuff.
I've got nothing.
Like I said, I don't have the lightsabers. I was going to return back towards the temple, so I can't exactly spare anything. So
Right.
I face towards Aloe, and I'm like, would you be willing to spare one of your own?
What did he say?
Would you be willing to spare one of your own?
Oh, Aloe would be like, well, sure. What for?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay, so it's like yeah, as Aloe says that, I just kind of stand there in silence, puzzled that she still doesn't know the idea. Like, if I was organic, there'd probably, like, be an exclamation mark or emotions on my face.
It's more so like as you sort of, like, you have, like, you're just sort of, like, face palming. But
yeah, face palming.
Like, yeah. Alright.
Basically. And I just, like,
it's a good cause.
We need to get off this planet, and the knocked out bad man is going to help us. But he needs a lightsaber.
Oh, well then yeah, of course he can borrow the one that
I kind of like, I hear that, and I'm like, my eyes like kind of widen, like,
like, boy.
Look over at Django that I found this morning when Django told me to look for them.
Oh, you managed to find them, didn't you?
I did. Hand them over to Django.
It was just like her helmet swinging back and forth, looking back and forth at everyone, going, "What is going on?"
Shir'iven is on the verge of a mental breakdown.
So is the DM. Holy shit! Holy shit! Right, so you're taking out the lightsabers you stole from Django's possession. She stole these, by the way.
I did not steal. I borrowed them and found them.
No, okay. Here's the thing. She was going to return them, and then Shir'iven, here's the thing. And then Shir'iven and her to hold on to them.
Yeah. But yeah, so
my God.
you like give the lightsabers over to Django, I'm guessing?
Yes, I'd be like, here you go, Mr. Fit. I found them.
I kind of like just act surprised for a second, like, oh, and then I look at Django like, are you willing to part with those?
I mean,
what, one?
I'll say one should be enough. I would be more comfortable at least taking one back to the temple, on Coruscant to some other place. So he like sort of tucks one behind his belt, or like, yeah, just like on his person, and plants the other one onto the body.
Okay. All right.
So how are we going to go about this? It's not like we have, like, are we just going to parade out with an unconscious, like, this unconscious man, just towards these people?
I mean, I was going to ask you what we did, but if you believe that is the right idea, then sure.
Well, I guess they could go find the general. Not that Aloe would say that. I'm saying that.
Okay. Well, I'm open to suggestions.
Look, here's the thing. Shuri wouldn't fucking know what to do because she's never encountered fucking separatists before. Remember this?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Aloe knows about them, but she hasn't really either.
Yeah.
I'll say
I haven't either, technically.
Oh yeah, nobody in this, like, only Deadeye with like some, like, yeah, by some extension, like, it has encountered the separatists, but never like in like a combat style situation, more so negotiating type of deals. So, but yeah, Jango Fett sort of like ponders for a moment, looks at Shir'iven and be like, well, with how things are, we have a couple of options. It's gonna be more convincing if I come in with at least 2 others to
turn them over. Anyone want to volunteer, or should I?
I do, sir.
All right, Ceecee, and anyone else?
Thio, I'm volunteering you.
Oh yeah, I'm there.
All right. So
I didn't quite catch the first part though. I wasn't sure what I was volunteering for.
Yeah, volunteering to like come up with Django to talk to the general and sort of hand over the decoy Jedi.
Yeah, obviously. We will flank the guy, so it looks like we're kind of bringing him in like a prisoner. That would be a good look.
All right. But yeah, like Django sort of like is now like dragging. I'll say like, all right, so you two will take the body, and I'll at least go on as a just a representative. Yeah. Well, the rest of you.
I'll have to follow behind you, but I can handle myself.
Look, just be ready for things to go south potentially. I would say. I mean, you're welcome to either make your way back to the ship or try to at least hang tight and just see what happens.
Are you sure? Would you rather I go back to the ship with Aloe to ensure that she's safe?
If...
Are the droids at the ship?
Well, at least Boba said there would be droids, but to at least... It might be worth having you... The lot of you just scout up ahead to see if they've cleared out once we arrive with the decoy.
Right.
Alright, so what's the plan then? You're gonna make your way there, or you're gonna hang tight here just in case something goes wrong?
Will you be able to talk your way through it if I don't go?
Well, I can certainly try, but can't guarantee success. These separatist types are... They really are something, so...
Would you prefer me to provide backup?
I'd say yes. Deadeye, you can hang back in this alleyway and just provide... Should anyone try anything funny, just... You can get the firefight started. Everyone else, just try to ensure Aloe and ship survival.
Alright, I'm going to go with them just to make sure everything goes okay. I pull my hood up to like cover up my tentacles and everything, just whatever.
So
I then look to Aloe and Deadeye. I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna make sure everything goes okay. Deadeye, protect her. We'll be back soon.
Of course.
Right, and just so you guys are aware, I'll say that the shipyard where you guys like docked the Slave One, it's past the Trade Federate, the droid ship. So you'd have to like go either around or past, like walk past it in order to get there. But yeah.
Wait. I got a question, Kevin. Just remind me who's going where?
So it looks like Django, Thio, Ceecee, and Shir'iven lagging behind are gonna go towards the Separatists, and and Shir'iven told you to just protect Aloe and Jip from either where you are, or if you want to it's up to you what you want to do.
I think for the moment, I'll stay around where I am and be ready to move when it's time.
Okay. Aloe, you'll...
Just don't want to risk getting caught or anything.
Gotcha.
So.
And
I'm keeping an eye on Aloe and Jip. Yeah.
Alright, and Jip will stay with you as well, and Aloe, are you gonna follow, suit with them? Just stay with...
She'll probably kind of start heading back towards the Slave One, but she'll kind of keep everyone else in her eyesight.
Oh, by herself, Aloe's going?
I don't think she'd mean to go by herself, but she did hear oh, do you want Aloe to go back to the ship? So she's like, okay, gotta go back to the ship.
Well, in that case, I would hold Aloe's collar and just still and make sure she doesn't walk any further.
Okay, fair.
I'm just like, you stay here, little one.
Are we supposed to go back to the ship?
Not yet. Not until we get the signal.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
All right.
I just keep holding on to her.
Okay. So, all right. So you got 3 of you are staying in the alley, and we'll say, yeah, Shango, Thio, and Ceecee will be like,
All right, troopers, this is an important moment for the both of you. We need to. Could be a defining mark in your career as soldiers for the Republic, but not exactly under that title. So, make no errors, no mistakes. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So, remember,
Sir.
speak only. Don't speak, even if they're spoken to you. I'll be representing us in this situation. So just hold tight.
and he sort of like motions you to like follow behind him with the decoy.
I follow.
Yeah.
Cool. Can
Yeah.
we take our break now?
Yeah, well, we're going a bit late, so yeah, we'll have a quick 5 minutes. Yeah, we'll go till we'll reconvene at like 10. Yeah, about 10:40.
10:40?
Yeah, 10:40. So yeah, we'll see you guys then. So we'll be right back.
Hey.
GG.
Oh my god.
And we are back.
Oh, fuck.
Yo!
Yo!
Yeah, had a nice little break to reconvene, collect ourselves, get ready to die. It's fine. Everyone's gonna be okay.
Oh,
hey, the game's all here. Now we can die together.
Triggered. I almost said Deadpool. Deadeye pulls out his guns.
But nah, like, yeah, well, everyone's the pieces are falling into place for this little, plan? But
it's not a plan.
Yeah, we'll say, so from the alley where you guys are, just like so I get an idea of placement, Django's sort of leading with, behind him, Ceecee and Thio on either side, and they're holding the decoy Jedi unconscious, and far back, I'll say, like, how far back do you want to be, Shir'iven, from, like, their general, like, vicinity?
30... I'll do 35 feet.
Alright, 35 feet, you're lagging behind, just, like, sort of, like, keeping cover, and you're, sort of just, like, lingering back.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, but yes, as they are making their way through, they, the droids are sort of, like, they're having their guns, like, drawn in that general, vicinity, and, Jango Fettlight pipes up, "General, we found the Jedi you're looking for." And then you see him, like, pop out of the tank, sort of walk out, be like, "All right, present him before me. We will inspect him to see, or her, to see if it truly is the supposed Jedi of concern." And then the droid sort of, like, will, like, they're sort of, like, flanking you on either side, just, like, blasters aren't drawn, they're just sort of, like, at attention, just ready for whatever happens. You can, I'll say, yeah, like, pretty much, what's the three of you guys, Ceecee, Thio, and Shir'iven, what's your passive perception?
Hold...
Pass
12.
Alright, 12.
What the?
Yeah, it's right, on your sheet. Let me look.
Is it just
17.
Right, 17 for Thio, and for you, Ceecee, it's like, on your character sheet, it's right under charisma.
Funny. Fuck. Oh, 17, yeah.
Alright, so yeah, I'll say, yeah, Thio and Ceecee can notice that the snipers on top of the buildings have they're like, pretty much, like, on you guys. So,
okay.
It's like...
wait, is it... Because, like, I'm 30 feet behind everything. Mm-hmm. Can they notice me?
No, it's just more so, like, Django and, like, his similar-looking guys, like, they seem to be the center of attention, so you sort of just, like, blend into, like...
Okay, yeah. I'm going to, with them still in sight for me, I'm going to kind of, like, I'm just gonna, like, keep myself under wraps and everything, but my attention is still focused on them.
Okay.
Primarily the, unconscious quote-unquote Jedi.
Okay. So you're just sort of, like, trailing behind, you're not, like, trying to hide in a particular place, you're just more so...
I'm hiding in the open, if that makes sense. Okay,
like, you're just sort of, like, watching the proceedings happen, and I'll say at this point, yeah, the crowds have pretty much dispersed, it's pretty barren where you're, like, this is all happening now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
But yeah, like, I'm just waiting for the right moment to step in if I need to.
Okay. Alright. You got it. But yeah, so you guys notice the snipers up top, and I'll say Deadeye with, like, your passive perception is, like, super fucking high. You notice them as well, including, like, the ones, like, above, like, the roof where you are. But yes. What else is doing? But yeah. So the general, like, he sort of, like, steps out of the tank, and, like, he has, like, the droidicas, like, flanking his sides.
"So, bounty hunter, you have a Jedi for me to procure?"
"Indeed I do." He sort of, like, motions over to Ceecee and Thio to, like, bring it over.
I will follow orders.
And you follow along as well, Thio?
Oh, I just posted something in the thing real quick. I'm going to definitely follow. I'm going to stay quiet, but if Django says anything in particular that needs some convincing, I will just very quietly mutter under my breath kind of whatever he's saying. Like, I'll kind of repeat it to myself, and I'll try to affect the mind of the person he's talking to.
Yeah, just so you're...
So I just want to have that prepared.
Okay, so you're just getting it ready, like, because you're aware, like, yeah, like, affect mind, it's only for you to have advantage on checks, not necessarily somebody else.
Is what?
Yeah, it's only for it's meant for...
Yeah.
So you need to be the one that's talking, not...
Yeah.
Keep losing you guys. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, so
like,
with affect
like every other word.
Alright, so with affect mind, what it is the fact that you need to be the person that's talking. Mm-hmm. However, Django is.
Yes.
So my thought is that if Django says something and he's trying to convince the person, I would repeat what he says under my breath.
No, you can't. You can't say it under the breath.
Yeah,
the person that.
Yeah, it has to be towards the target you're talking to.
Because I thought this was like the Jedi mind trick.
Yeah, but that's
spell, essentially.
Yeah, it is. It's just more like it's only for like the Jedi talking to somebody else. Like it can't be cast by somebody else to like have influence on them. So yeah, it's.
So if something like that comes up, would I be able to just repeat then what Django says out loud and proud, and try it that way?
That's not a bad idea.
Like if Django's for just throwing this out and as an example, Django says like, we found him in the alleyway, then I can be like, yes, we found him in the alleyway. He's trying to hide from you, and then use it in that way.
All right,
Would that work?
I'll say you have I'll say you have that readied action, and just let me know when you want to cast it in the right moment.
Okay.
Yeah, just want to clarify.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to be silent and follow along, play along until it looks like whatever he says isn't working, and then I will use it.
Gotcha. All right. So, like the Moidian sort of has his arms crossed, or he's leaning over towards this unconscious individual.
How exactly did you come by this Jedi again? Seems like he could be quite formidable. And,
yeah, how'd you guys beat a Jedi, huh, guys, huh?
Yeah. And Jango Fett pipes up.
I kicked him in the balls.
Do you say that in character?
No, of course not. Are you stupid?
He's responding to me out of character.
Okay. Yeah, Jango Fett pipes up, we got the drop on him as he was trying to escape towards the shipyards, and, yeah, we just knocked him out good and quick, so, And, yeah, the Moidian just looks over to him further. And just, investigates him and, sees the lightsaber inside.
Anything else on his person of importance? Was he tracked by the Republic or perhaps the Jedi Council?
And Jango Fett, says, not from what I can tell, sir, no.
Let's say, for bringing in this one Jedi,
just sort of strokes his face.
We'll say how does about 200,000 separatist credits sound as payment?
And Jango Fett's just sort of taken aback a bit, just be like, oh, it's a bit mighty generous, but I think yes, that should suffice well enough for bringing in this Jedi. And yeah, you guys can read into him he's just wasn't expecting that much for just turning him in, and yeah, you see the Nemonian sort of snap his fingers, be like,
droids, bring in the funds for the bounty hunter's reward.
And then the B-1s are roger. They go back into the ship, and you have a few, I say you guys have a few minutes of this if you want to try anything else before the funds are brought out. So, anything you guys are doing?
Shir'iven is kind of like blending into the crowds that are kind of just like watching.
Yeah, a couple of people like have gathered around, like in certain corners, like coming out of the houses or whatever. If you want to just like.
Yeah, she's kind of acting like, you know, I'm a civilian.
Okay. Anybody else doing?
She's saying that?
No, I don't say that. No.
All right. Anyone else doing anything?
Is the crowd visible from the alley that Aloe's in?
Oh God.
Ooh, like what do you mean?
Well, you said there's a crowd gathering around them.
Like
Is
it's not so much the crowd. It's more like small gatherings and of certain like little hobbles. Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious because it's just like, well, if there's a gathering, Aloe's gonna be all like, "Is there an event going on?"
But yeah, it's more so just like small gatherings of just like maybe three people max in certain corners, and
okay, well then.
yeah, just like they're just sort of like
so
watching.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I gotcha.
I would have been prepared to hold you down.
Okay, but yeah, so you're seeing all that transpire, and anything else? Last chance, if anyone wants to try anything.
I'm just.
Django told us
I'm
to
just
do
gonna
all the
keep
talking,
my.
so.
Yeah, I'm
mean,
just gonna keep
just-
my eye on everything.
Okay, but yeah, just like even though Dango told you not to do anything, like you're welcome to say fuck it and just do whatever you want.
You better.
Probably not a great
They
idea.
shoot him now.
Yeah, don't encourage us to fuck up.
No, look at
Okay.
me.
Look, it is a miracle. It is a miracle. Here's the thing. It is a miracle my plan is fucking working. Don't.
No, I
yeah.
ain't gonna mess with that. It's going so good so far.
All right, but yes, the droids come out with their suitcase of 200,000 more like unmarked credits, but they just have like the separatist symbol on them, and they hand them over to Django, be like,
Droids, take in the Jedi. We will be taking him in for questioning, and he'll be aboard the cruiser to be brought before the great lord.
like, Roger. They will go over towards the unconscious fellow. Do you, Ceecee and Thio, do you let him go?
I think so.
Yep.
How big is that crowd right now?
Oh my God.
It's multiple ones, so it's like I'd say 3 groups of 3 people or less, and I'd say Shir'iven is like at the more upfront of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I don't think Aloe's gonna like run out and like be big about it. She'd just be all like look over at Deadeye and be like, "What's going on? Is there an event today?"
No, not today. Don't worry yourself. I just keep holding on to her.
Aloe's just all like, "We should." It's like, well, we should see if they're okay.
They'll be fine. Trust in them.
I trust them. I just want to make sure. Come on.
Definitely.
I keep holding her down, and I'm just like, if they give the signal, then we will go. But we must trust they will be fine until then.
Mm. Yeah, and Jip pops up like, yes, little one, if you thought the bounty hunters were dangerous, the separatists are even more so. So let's trust that they can handle this, and if something goes awry, we will be ready. So
Okay.
yeah, and yeah, back up front, Django is like receiving like the other suitcase full of credits. I'll say you guys actually have the other one of the 100,000 you were promised. So if somebody could just mark off you got an additional 200,000 credits in our server, that would be good. Just so.
All right, Jesus.
Yeah, we're just swimming in credits.
Yeah. I mean, like, you haven't like claimed these are for Django personally, as far as you know.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Could buy our own ship, guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
Ooh.
I know
Yeah.
Django's not gonna share.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so he accepts the credits, and the droids are beginning to walk off with the decoy in tow towards the ship, and like the way he like turns over to them, he'd be like, and then back to Django.
It was a pleasure doing business with you, Bounty Hunter. I'm sure we'll be in contact very soon.
Sort of like reaches out to hand to shake Django's, and Django reaches out his and shakes it.
It was a pleasure. It's always like to keep myself some happy clients.
And yeah, they're slowly the decoys being marked off, and like the general like pipes off on his like just sort of like on a loudspeaker essentially, just into his comlink, but then it goes out through the ship to the rest of the city.
Citizens of Nal Hutta, this is the all clear that the Jedi has been apprehended and will be taken back to the Dreadnought for questioning and torture.
Oh, no.
Thank you very much for your cooperation, and we'll be out of your hair as soon as possible.
And then like yeah, and the droids all around, like the snipers are staying where they are, but like the 20 or so battle droids that were like walking around the house are sort of like just they're all making their way back towards, walking past the clones, marching towards the droid dropship, and the droidicas are returning as well. And
nice.
Yeah. So
they're okay. I think there'd be a moment where like Alo's listening to the broadcast, and she'd like look up and be like, "Wait a second, no, they didn't."
The fuck up.
Blink, 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 and it just starts connecting. She'd be like,
"Oh God."
Oh. Looks over at Deadeye like innocently.
I just look back. I'm just like I'm holding her with my right hand, and I face palm with my left.
While you're face palming, Aloe would be like, smile, run, and she'd pull herself out of the jacket.
Okay.
What? Are you serious? Are you serious? I'm like holding on to
Okay.
Come on! Oh my god, I swear. I'm actually I'm going to be pissed off.
As soon as you try to run, I'm like holding on to you tight.
Okay, real quick, there's a lot of
you think you're holding on to her jacket, right?
No, they said
no.
We'll say okay.
To color, I think like
it's fine. It's fine.
I'll say just really quick as they're trying to run off. Did I make an athletics check?
No, it's fine. I thought you said you're holding onto her jacket. If you're actually holding on to like her arm or something like that, she would try to and then immediately be pulled back.
No, I didn't say her jacket. No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What? How are you holding her?
Like you're just grabbing her by the arm at this point?
Yeah.
How are you holding her?
Yeah, like by her arm.
Okay, so yeah, she'd try to run and be like jerked back.
Yeah, if you're welcome to try to like make it a contested acrobatics check if you want to try to break out.
I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
I hate this. I hate this life.
If you're going to escape, then I'll have. Yeah, I just need to know right now so we can have.
It's okay because I feel like she'd look back at Deadeye and she'd be like, "I'm sorry," and then she'd disappear.
What?
Wait, what? Disappear? What?
You don't have. I don't. Do you have the same fucking? Do you have the camouflage shit? Wait a damn minute.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
Aloe?
Hello?
Losing you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Aloe. Wait.
Aloe.
Does Aloe fucking have camo?
I don't think she does she?
No, let's look at chat. Actually, how do I make this? There we go.
Whoop. Oh, nice.
I'm actually going to be so fucking... I, like, legitimately out of character and in character. I'm going to stop if this happens.
Okay, but yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So just a quick,
Wait.
Okay, so are you like teleporting to like to the center, like 30 feet out of the alleyway, like more into like this, like
into the streets, and she's gonna run towards where the crowd was.
I'm confused. Where in the chat?
That's the last thing before after Thio.
Yeah, in the Roll20 chat. Yeah.
Roll20.
Yeah, she's phase
There's so many chats going on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, so.
Oh my god. Oh no, are you kidding me?
But yeah, so I'll say like as.
It was going so well.
We're going to run from
this
planet.
Okay, but yeah, just quickly like as like a turn of events, as Deadeye.
Am I able to use like acrobatics on her to like?
She just teleports. I can't. I don't know unless you can counter that shit. I don't know if you can. You just sort of like you're holding her by the arm like with like your metal grips, and it's like a tight it's a tight hold on her. But then like she can still like cast shit, so she just boop, just so like she's like now like in the center of And I'll say, like, yeah, Shir'iven, you can see her.
Running towards you.
Yeah.
Wait, she's running towards me?
Yep. Well, running towards the group where you guys had just dropped off.
Okay. Do I hear her coming?
Yes.
I guess.
I'll say yes.
Yeah, you probably hear the loud boots of.
Wait a minute. I turn and I look to her and I just like, like I have this panicked look on her face, like my face and shit, and then I like hold up my arms like stop.
Oh, she's gonna try to run past you.
No, I'm going to...
just so you're like aware space-wise, like you're like 80 or so feet back, Aloe, like deep into this town square.
Yeah, she's got a
Shir'iven's,
long
like,
distance to cover.
Oh yeah, so yeah, she's pretty alone, and I'll.
Alright, I'm going to...
But yeah, like you're like way up ahead, Shir'iven. So like there's like about 50 or so feet between you. And her.
You know what? Fuck. I'm going to run towards her.
All right, PvP, let's go!
Oh my.
I'm legitimately mad. I'm actually mad. No, you're not. No, you're.
Okay, so you're just running towards her.
Yes.
I'll say, like, as the, like, since you just, I'll say because you just teleported using the Force, Aloe.
Yeah, no, I don't plan to do it this round.
Yeah,
I think there is a cooldown period.
We'll say that, like, the snipers instantly trade on you, the Nemoidian just, like, is, like, terrified. Janko, like, reaches for his pistols, and then, like, the droids are like, "We found the Jedi!"
What? Oh, I guess because she did teleport, yeah.
No, because you teleported, like, into the middle of the square, just seemingly, like... But yeah, and that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
As an ending line, Deadeye's gonna say, "This co is gonna get us all killed."
Yes, but yes. So like, as like it's just ending with like Aloe like sprinting towards Shir'iven and Shir'iven doing the same. But yeah, you got yourself found out. You were so close.
You were so close to actually getting away scot-free.
I'm legitimately pissed off. I am legitimately pissed off.
I'm sorry.
I am legitimately pissed off.
I will need to die.
Yay! Inner party chaos.
You think that like I'm acting cool right now?
No, I don't. I know you're mad because I've been in your shoes before and I'm really sorry.
Then why the fuck did you do it?
Because it's in character.
I hate Aloe.
Alright.
I know, Max. I know you do.
Well,
I hate her.
Well,
Max is just like, "Oh, what's that? Order 66. Let's do it."
But yes.
Fuck it. I'm tempted to just do it.
I mean, like, you don't know about the chips or nothing, so.
I know.
Yeah. But yes.
Max just like, you know what? I want to kill this one. Oh no! What? We found the Jedi. Don't worry, I'll help.
But yes, so that's where we're gonna end tonight's game. Thanks everybody for sticking around this needlessly crazy episode. Next one is gonna be even fucking crazier, believe it or not.
You say needlessly.
What if the next one's actually like super normal?
Yeah, what if we actually manage to talk our way out of it? Like, Aloe just rolls nat 20s in persuasion, like, "Oh, that's the Jedi. I'll help." Whatever.
No, it's not going to happen.
I know, but
if Aloe did this shit, then it's not going to fucking happen.
Yeah, a lot has gone wrong.
I feel like this is kind of how they usually go, as far as like just our utter chaos.
This is like your first outing as like a real group, like especially at least with Shir'iven in particular. Like, so she's not used to Aloe's chaotic nature just yet.
chaotic right there.
Honestly.
Yeah, she's like
say lawful good, I say chaotic.
Yeah, so
chaos.
like yeah, fuck the alignment system. Aloe is pure chaotic. Like
Thio is neutral.
All right, but yes, thanks everybody for tuning into the chat. We'll just before we all head off, let me just organize everybody's names here real quick. Blah, 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 blah. Yes. So I'll say, yeah, we'll get back into it next week, same time, same place. If you want to stay in touch with all of us, I'm going to be posting at least my social in the chat right now. You can yeah, you can follow me on that right there on Twitter, Insta, all the other social medias. I'll be posting the VO date on my YouTube as well. If you just search my name, you'll be able to find the channel and go back to that as well. But yes, we will be rounding off the evening, so with closers, and everybody can say any links you want to be followed at if people want to stay, interact with you afterwards.
So like our Twitter links, or
yeah, or like your ats, you can just put them in a chat. So top of the table, and Aloe, the floor is yours.
You mean? Oh, okay. Yeah, you can follow me on my own Twitch. I go by Neoka X. You can see me typing. I'm typing here in the chat, and yeah, that's I don't know. Just follow me on Discord or something. I'm Neoka 2039.
Okay, and next we have Ceecee Max.
That's me. You can follow me on Twitter at Max Dudek VO. I'll type it here.
Yeah. Get to typing that shit.
You can follow me there. Just put an @ symbol before that, you dummy. And yeah, that's. I'm not very active, but I am active. I think. I lurk. I'm a lurker.
Yes. Maya, are you still here?
Her internet went out.
Oh, but yeah, I'll put in her Twitter for her while I'm going about that. Jinkles, you can put if you would like to give off closing remarks and links and things.
Follow me at Love Jinkles on Twitter for mental fucking breakdowns.
I feel you.
The best mental breakdowns.
Jinkles is not okay.
Can this happen before the war starts? By the way,
not okay.
Yeah, the war has not started. By the way, guys.
Can we do this part?
You just want to
start the order quickly.
You just want to kill Aloe right away.
Yeah, exactly.
We're starting the Battle of Dionysus. Nah, the Battle of Nal Hutta is when the war really fucking kicks off.
It's the entire war will be the Battle of Nal Hutta.
Jinkles' tweets are known to deal damage. Yeah, the fuck they are.
Yeah. And
you see how I feel? You guys hear how I feel right now?
Yeah.
My tweets do to you. Okay? Okay.
Yeah, you were really mean to Ceecee earlier.
I'm just imagining it's just all like before this session, Jinkles is just all like, "No, bad Ceecee. We're not gonna kill the child. She is a good being." This scene, just like I see her.
I want her head on a pike.
Okay. All right.
I see what you meant.
After that, Tati, Deadeye, you're welcome to end it off for us.
You can follow me on my Twitter at Tatianna_VA. I try to be active, sorta, trying to. I post a lot of projects and VO stuff on there, so yeah, feel free to check me out if you want.
All right. But yes, with that in mind, thanks everybody for sticking with this premiere. It's been a crazy ride. Next week is going to be even more so. So thank you very much for coming by. And as always, may the rolls be with you. Good night.
Good night. See ya.
I'm gonna go drink.
The stream is over.